You were tuned in to episode 6 of the Goodfellas podcast, live here on G5 Jeff TV. I'm your guy, G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. And I got my main man, VP Shane, with me, aka Shane Abiabuchi in the building. What's going on, Shane?
What's good, bro?
Ain't nothing. Big shout out to the third member of the team, man. BoxingFirst Vlog. He will be here simultaneously. Also known as the General, also known as Blunt Bayless.
Just to say, apologies for yesterday.
Absolutely, apologies for yesterday. Some miscommunication, some other things.
The aim
but
is to be
we in here.
consistent. The aim is definitely to be consistent. So
Absolutely,
that's the most important thing. So
that's the most important thing.
If you're watching us and we get the same regular names, so I'm glad that even though you don't see us, you're still consistent. We're trying our best to stay on the same time, and we've been doing well so far. We're probably gonna try and increase certain stuff as well. So we'll see.
Absolutely. My new boo, Kiki, is in the building. What's going on? We got so much to unpack. We got so much to unpack.
I want to say to you before we go into, did you see the 2 clips that I sent you yesterday?
Yes. And let me say this before we even get started on our multiple topics today. There's been several cases where Shane and I feel like fighters be watching the show because they'll either do something that we told them to do, or they'll repeat something that we done said. So Shane, do you mind explaining what happened yesterday?
So the two, by the way, the 2 clips I sent Jeff had nothing to do with what I'm about to explain. By the way, the 2 clips I sent was about Bob Arum going off on Mike Coppinger. I found that real funny, and one of them was about Tyson Fury, which I'm gonna get into in a second. Right. But you guys who are watching were all privy to the reservations I had psychologically when it came to Wilder going into the fight. I brought up 2 things, and Kiki, you should know, Ashley, you should know, and Ricky Williams, you should know, because you 3 were 3 people who was arguing my point, and not disrespectfully, just debating my point on live. Those 2 points were 2 points that Fury used the next day. Now, I'm not saying that could just be coincidence, bro.
I'm saying it, goddammit.
It could just be coincidence.
He was listening to the
He
live.
said he has 2 things to say. I had 2 things to say the day before, and I'll explain what those 2 things were. The first thing I had to say was, why would you consistently keep making different levels of excuses? I said that more in response to Ricky Williams, and I said, even off the back of that, I said, when you have so many people speaking for you, you end up getting so many different excuses. Do you remember that, Jeff? Mm-hmm. And what Fury brought up that same thing, and he's like, if all of these excuses were real, why did you make so much changes? And Blunt said in response to that, well, maybe you just got to change yourself. You're not doing it for the opponent. Do you remember that, Jeff? Mm-hmm. But it was still a question I asked. The next day, Fury asked the exact same question. Why are you making all of these changes?
Listen, Shane, you can be politically correct if you like. Bottom line is Tyson Fury was tuned in to episode 5 of the Goodfellas podcast because he's repeating everything my man VP Shane said. That's just what it is. It's crazy. Let me get in the comment section real quick. We got family in here today. My man, stay ready. Stay ready. That's my guy.
Hit that link, bro. You need to jump in this live.
Top 5.
Stay ready. Jump in the live, bro. Jump in the live.
I'm gonna put the link in a little bit.
I stay ready in a minute, but I'm always watching his live shows on Instagram and stuff. Stay ready in the building. What's good, bro?
Right there, man. Like we don't rock with many.
No. Stay ready. Stay ready. He's the dude. Before I came, like, I always knew American boxing, my favorite type of boxing is American boxing, but Stay Ready is the dude who when he jumped on this show, I was like, you know what? I had a very negative idea of what most American fans were like.
Yeah.
After listening to Stay Ready, he gave me a good insight to why people think the way they think in America. So shout out to
Stay
Stay Ready.
Big shout out to Stay Ready, man. That's like family for real, for real. Before I even get to the next comment, I would like to introduce Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt Bayless is in the building. What is going on, bro?
What's good with everybody, man? How y'all feeling?
Everything straight, player. Ricky Williams, he said, while I'm here, Wilder by destruction. Brendan Jackson is in the building. Big shout out to you, bro. Says salute. I have Fury one punch KO and Wilder. Wow.
Put that in the fantasy league, bro.
Put that in the fantasy league, bro. G5JeffTV.com. Hold on. Conrad Boxing is in the building. What's going on, bro? Everybody saluting everybody up in here. Conrad Boxing said, I want Wilder to win. Don't like how UK fans and press are disrespecting him. Let me, you know what? Blunt, you want to cook on that one? You want to cook on that one, bro?
Bro, to be honest, bro, it's back and forth. Each side got their fans. Each side has people supporting them. You know what I mean? I can't be mad at how people feel about their fighter. You know what I mean? Now, you're going to get too much of it in the game and pick at every little thing. Personally, myself, how I sit down, I found the roles reversed. You know what I mean? Like, you would think Deontay Wilder would have been the one up on his feet. You know what I mean? He the one that seemed back to see him to be very calm. Your boy Fury on the other side looked a little bit antsy to me. Like, he just want to get it over with, regardless of what happens. So, I don't know. I could be wrong, though.
Facts.
There's a video, and I don't want to get into it. There's a video I sent Jeff, and I think I sent Blunt as well, where Fury is clearly stumbling over his words in the same. I can send it to anyone. Hit me on Instagram. I'll send it to you. But there's a video where Fury's clearly stumbling to get his words out. And as soon as he does that, he goes and gets water. So to me, I thought he was very nervous.
I_am Shane, the #1. If you want to get at him on Instagram. Conrad, well, Kiki agreeing 100%. Conrad said, but for the fantasy league, I gotta go with Fury, just business. I got you. Ricky Williams said, BFV, peace, God. Conrad Boxing said, got to agree with First Vlog. Fury seemed a little antsy to me too. Judah Israel says, salute King. Judah Israel, salute to you, brother. I think this is the first time we've seen you on here. If so, definitely go subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Boxing First Vlog. Follow us on social media. We got one of the hottest podcasts going. Period, man. So you might want to stay in, tap in, and all that, man. But let me cook on the whole antsy part. Fury in the first two fights, like the press conferences and things like that, he just seemed like he was at home.
Like flamboyant.
It's real flamboyant. Like he just seemed like he was at home. He was completely comfortable and all of that. I just got the impression that it just seemed like something was on his mind. You know what I mean? Did y'all get that? Did y'all get that?
I felt like he was in a position where he didn't want to be there, but he didn't want to give off the impression that he didn't want to be there. So he ended up acting over energetic, and it came across quite
fake.
Like
it came off fake.
Yeah, fake.
It came off real fake. And I usually don't analyze press conferences like that. I really don't. But it was pretty glaring to me how he was acting. He just seemed I'm gonna get in the comment section because I think they're agreeing with me, but hold on. See, he said he was too antsy. Yeah, I agree. Jittery. Conrad said spot on. Conrad Boxing, exactly what I said to my buddy with whom I watched it.
That doesn't always mean he's gonna lose.
That's
it just
true.
means that something is on his mind going into this fight. Because someone said to me, because I said I'm picking Wilder because of lack of prep, and he's like, "Do you think that's a bit of a Like he's just doing that. He's just making us think that as a mind game. And I was like, maybe, but after watching yesterday, I actually don't think that's the case. I actually think like something is definitely not right.
Yeah, I also feel like I feel like the fact that Wilder was just treating it like he was at home on the couch, I think that kind of bothered Fury as well because
He
he
likes
was
to
able to
get
get
under
away.
people's skin.
Yeah, he was able to get away with that in the first press conference. You know, when he had the headphones on and all that good stuff. He was able to get away with it, but with Wilder just being so laid back and calm, it was almost like the calmness was psyching him out almost. And and again, I'm not trying to overanalyze a press conference, but it was pretty obvious to me and the same like the people in the comment section as well. It's just I don't know,
Wilder seemed clear on what he needed to do.
yeah, he seemed real certain. You know what I'm saying? Like if I didn't know any of their backgrounds, I would be like, yo, Wilder looked more at home
But
than
I'll
Fury.
give you an example of this. I remember when Harrison fought Charlo, and in the rematch, Charlo looked real itchy, and Harrison looked so calm. But then Harrison got his ass beat. So how much can we read into it?
But I think this is, to be honest with you, I think this is probably one of the most analyzed heavyweight fights in probably the last maybe 10 to 15 years. And I'm talking from like every angle. I'm talking from the technical angle, the mental angle, the emotional angle, the cheating angle, like just everything. Like it's just I haven't seen a fight in a long time really get chopped down into so many different parts. You know what I mean? Like so it's really interesting. Really interesting. Go ahead, Vlog.
I was interested in Bob Arum's take that the broad the announcer lady from over my boy side of the planet didn't do a good job. I don't see where she didn't. She just asked pretty much each dude the same question. So, but Bob and them was making a lot of gripe online about he was like fuck her and he the one jumped up and yelled no to the face off, and I don't know who yelled it. I know I heard it. I'm like, damn, I'm like, old ass Bob got them lungs left. Shit, this motherfucker might be around for a minute. Goddamn. But yeah, he's the one that's supposed to have jumped up and yelled no. Interesting. What's y'all take on how she carried us up through the presser? Through the presser, my bad. But I take from one side.
Go ahead, Shane.
I mean, to answer that question very simply, I thought that there was a narrative that she was biased towards one side or the other. I didn't get that impression. I know Bob was saying that she was biased towards Wilder's side. I didn't get that impression. I just feel like Fury's team especially wanted a mental warfare as well as a physical warfare. And if you guys remember the first fight, when they were doing all of the stuff that was going on, you knew Fury got underneath Wilder's skin real early. Even though you can think of what you want to think, Fury got into Wilder's skin real early. They didn't get that advantage in this press conference. So in their eye, they might want to turn the blame on her for not asking the right questions. I feel like Fury was also annoyed when JD's didn't come up, because I know in an interview with IFL TV, he said he wanted JD's to come up instead of what's it called, so he can ask him a question. Those are a few questions which I thought if I was there, I would have asked if I was her, but she's still done a decent job.
Yeah, let me piggyback off that. I thought it just seemed like Bob Arum, he probably takes like a 3-hour nap like a day. Like he that old. His nap probably got cut short by like an hour and a half. He was in grandpa grumpy mood, you know what I'm saying, the whole time. So I don't even think it was anything towards the young lady, but I just think he just had an attitude the whole time. You heard what he said to
Even done
Mike
it with Mike Coppinger. He said,
Yeah,
"Fuck off to Mike Coppinger."
called him a prick and all that.
Yeah.
But you know what? But you know what? Coppinger has been pretty vocal over the past couple of weeks, just on a couple of situations. But the thing is, he wasn't lying. Like, I want to
No, he
make that
wasn't.
clear. He was not lying. Like, you can't not pay your guy and then say, hey, you lost all momentum. Like, Mike Coppinger was correct. Hey, Shane, before I get in the comment section, I can see you doing some shit like that, yo.
No, I would have definitely asked that question because
Yo.
you know, the truth is, yeah, I would have feel disrespected all of us would feel disrespected because Bob Arum literally tried to slide in a lie, like he's not the reason why this whole Cambosis fight is in the situation it's in. Oh, I'm so sorry that Teofimo had to wait for 1 year. He just won a fight. Firstly, you put him in a fight that you picked him to lose. He won, and then you put him on the bench because you didn't want to pay him. It's not his fault, it's your fault, bro.
Right.
So
Exactly. But I'm not a real big fan of Mike Coppinger. And I'm biased because I think my man L Dub do a better job. But that's just me personally. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, he wasn't lying. He was not lying at the end of the day. Like, Bob Arum and Top Rank is the reason why Teofimo has sat out for a year. And that's just the bottom line of it. And that's just, him being stuck in his ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody can outperform their contract. Somebody can, your contract can get renegotiated. You know what I'm saying? When you have leverage, and you gotta do what you gotta do to keep keep your guy happy at the end of the day. But of course, you wanted to make financial sense, but
run through them comments, Chef.
I'm gonna run through them. Conrad Boxing, he said, no, I went through that one. Hold on. Ricky Williams, big shout out to you, bro. He said he was trying too hard, trying to get a reaction. That's what I thought as well. Kiki said, lacking confidence on Fury's end. Yeah, it looked like something was wrong. Conrad, right. Tio Lopez seemed nervous as fuck in the presser with Loma, and in the fight he was hyper focused. Ashley's Corner is in the building. Big shout out to Ashley's Corner. Bunch of saluting going on up in here. Hold on. Hold on. Stay ready. Well, I kind of disagree. Charlo is always like that. So that's the difference between him and Fury.
True.
That's true too. Yeah,
That's true.
Good point. Ashley said, I'm sick as hell. But I'll be fine in a couple of days. Hey, Shane got the remedy. I'm just saying. Stay ready. Harrison wasn't the same Harrison. You know what, bro? I'm gonna speak on that real quick. In that second fight, Harrison had a nice little stretch of rounds where he was putting in work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear what you're saying, but it was Shane, am I lying? The middle stretch of that fight, Harrison was putting in some work. Kiki said, right, Bob was pissed. Yeah, Bob Arum was like pissed off, like real pissed. Ashley's Corner said, right, vlog. Bob got pipes to yell like that. It
was not just Bob though, it was him and Frank. Because I saw him and Frank.
Bob was the one. He sounded like a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
He sounded like a 30-year-old mobster. You know what I'm saying?
Like, especially when he was talking to Coppinger. That was funny, bro.
Yeah, Breck. He's like, yeah, Breck. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I was like, damn.
This guy needs some helium, bro. That guy's voice is
deep. Right. Oh man. Hold on.
Bro.
Ricky Williams said 3-hour nap and weed. Oh, that's funny.
Maybe it was the lack of weed why he was like that, bro.
He said, yeah, Ricky facts. Bob smokes. Bob do smoke.
Bro, he smokes more than blunt.
Ricky Williams, LOL. Bob orchestrated that whole thing with T.O. I don't see why people don't see that. Whoever don't see that, they just don't want to see it.
But he shot himself in the foot with that, because after TFC gets that
I
his
got
own money.
I got something for you, Shane.
I saw it.
Hey Shane. Hey, listen.
The truth is, actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. The amount of time you've been, what's it called, hinting. You need to come direct.
That's my young buck.
You need to come direct.
That's funny. Shit, it's both their fault. Kiki laughing. Ricky Williams said Harrison body work was on fire. Yeah, he put in crazy body work in that second fight. Blaze Philly 215. What's up with you, brother?
That's the last dude I want to see.
That's funny. Ashley said, "Vlog, you be smoking?" Said, "Okay."
Hey, tell her I've been smoking longer. She been on the planet, pimping.
Oh man, L Dub, my guy, is in the building. Big shout out to L Dub.
L Dub made his predictions as well.
Yeah, he needs some points, man. He definitely needs some points. Ricky Williams saluting L Dub, man. You know what? I'm gonna get a little off topic. Vlog, this one's for you. I actually like how Adam Kalnacki looked. Did you see him?
What did you expect? Not to see improvement in one of the top 5 heavyweights on the planet? Come on, bro. Talk about. Oh, it's the guy.
Hey, brother, what? I just want to know what strand you're smoking right now. What strand?
Man, we smoked that Culado, baby. You know that good yuck mouth.
Yo, I don't even know why I brought that up. I set my.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was an actual video of. So I'm hearing feedback, by the way. There's an actual video, of Tyson Fury in his trunks. He's literally tried to have his trunks as high as possible just to hide his waist. And bro, this dude is looking hella overweight, bro. Hella overweight.
Who?
Fury.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hold on.
Do you think that's lack of preparation, or do you think that's deliberate? And Ashley, don't laugh. I want to see direct comments, not emojis. Anyone can put up an emoji.
He coming for your skillet. He coming for your head. Oh man, bro, Vlog, you got yourself on mute.
Fuckers riding quad poles just open the down. Tell them stop playing with me, man. I'm out here working. I'm fucking motorcycle.
Yeah, his signal is.
Bro, kind of choppy.
Your signal choppy, bro.
And goddamn Arizona, nigga, you. I'm all over the map right now, pimping. That shit is terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna go out. I'll be back.
All right. Blaze, he said Shane got to come see me. Yeah. Blaze, we gonna work that out, baby. We gonna work that out. Kiki said, "Oh yeah, that's how we gonna do it."
I'm serious, right, like a heart attack. Serious like a heart attack, bro.
Hey man, he's young and ambitious. Let's just say he's young and ambitious.
And most of the time successful.
Yo, this the male liquor spot going on right now. They done rubbed off on us. Ashley's corner, Fury gonna be like 275 to 285.
Let's go into styles in a second. Let's go into the method of victory in a second.
I got you. Ricky Williams is lack of prep guy.
I believe that as well. I believe there's been a massive lack of prep.
He said you're Borging. Might have been, I don't know. Fury said 270. Sugar Hill said 290. That's a big ass difference. Ashley said, "Where you at, Vlog? Your signal was disappointing."
Yeah.
His signal was smoking too, for real. Kiki said you don't want that smoke.
Trust me, I'm all about that life. All about that life. All about that life.
Shame.
All about that life.
He young, but
All about that life.
he young, but he ready.
Literally. Literally.
Yo,
I'll
that's
make you
funny.
change your name, trust me.
Yo, Shay. Yo, Ashley, that ain't a lie. His signal did have smoke signals. My God, Bruce Goals is in the building. What is going on, good brother? Big shout out to Bruce Goals. You know who Bruce Goals sound like, yo? What was the name of the announcer that used to be on HBO? Damn. Bruce Gold sounds just like him.
I can't remember who you're talking about.
It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. But he said that's how we know he should be on TV. Like his voice, he needs to be an announcer, like for real. Brennan Smith is in the building. What is going on, good brother? Blaze Philly 215. Tell Shane we can go double or nothing. I got Wilder. Whoa!
I got Wilder as well. I got Wilder, so there's no
you
point.
can't. Oh yeah, well you can't.
All right, cool. This is what we do, Blaze. We go triple or nothing. If you beat me in the fantasy league from this point onwards, I'll triple it. If you don't, we'll call it quits. I'll give you $1,500 if you beat me in the fantasy league. Cancel all my points. We'll go from this week on. So all of the 4 fights on fantasy this week, and the Canelo fight and the Shakur fight. If I get more points than you on the fantasy league, we call it quits. If you get more points than me, I give you 1,500.
Ball is in your court. Blaze Philly 215. Shane, how tall are you?
Tall enough. There's only one way you can find out.
What you like? 5'10", 5'11"?
There's only one way you can find out. You have to come see me in person. Trust me, that's the only way you can find out. In fact, I'm global, so I'll go Texas. It's fine.
Shane on fire tonight. He is on fire. Conrad laughing. I like what he's trying to do now. Y'all have Ash started. Yeah. You will make more. You will make me change what? I love the energy. Keep it.
You say your last name's Corner, innit? Ashley's Corner. I'll change that. That will change. That'll change.
Yo, listen, you gotta chill, man. I'm gonna have to cut them a check in a minute. Yo, that's funny. Bruce goes. He said, no, I'll take my 500 and go home.
It's cool, bro. I got you.
Oh,
I actually, for once, believe the fight is gonna happen.
She said, "No, Shorty, answer the question. How tall?"
Don't have to measure myself. I'm like the same height as Jeff. How tall are you, Jeff?
I'm rare, like 5'10", 5'11".
So, yeah. Round about that.
Mr. 100 rounds, what's going on? Said one love, respect to all. Appreciate you, family. You know what? Let's get into the strategy for Fury and Wilder, because I know a lot of people are talking about Wilder's gonna win the fight. So what I want y'all to do in the comment section is Kiki, tomorrow morning I got the bread. I gotta go to the bank. I got a bankroll. I gotta put it in the bank. But tomorrow morning, so then you can drink tomorrow afternoon. But everybody's talking about, Wilder's gonna win this fight. There's not a lot of people that's giving technical reasons why. So in the comment section, just give me your top 3 things that you're looking for Wilder to do in order to win this fight. Shane, you want to get started, or you want me to start this one?
I'll start with this one.
Okay.
When I look at it, and I'll keep it real, I feel like a lot of people are saying they think the other person is going to win based on either their personal preference of who they want to win, or trying to use or create a scenario based on footage in on the pads or stuff like that. I don't think you can read into that much, because really and truly, training is one thing, but the actual fight is going to be a different thing. I actually feel like when you look at the trends that has happened in the first and second fight, there's only a few things that's been a common factor that I still think will be a common factor in this fight. So in the first fight and the second fight, there was a clear size advantage. I feel like that size advantage will continue to be the case. I feel like Fury will be bigger, stronger, and he'll be like longer. So that's something that's definitely going to be the case. I feel like an advantage on Wilder's side in both fights, regardless of whether it was when Fury was going backward or forward, Wilder was able at points to land the right hand. He made mistakes by not following up after landing or getting maximum leverage by not walking forward. Now, that's something that he can improve. Do I know whether he's going to improve? I don't know. But the question marks are how much more, how can I say, how much more improvements has Fury made from where he was in the second fight to the third fight?
Good point. Good point. Go ahead,
Because
Shane.
the reason why I'm saying how much more improvements has Fury made is because that style worked to a T. He won. He won the fight and he won by stoppage. Everything went to plan. So at that point, you have a plateau or you go down. I don't feel like there's much improvements to be made. So when you look at it and you think, is that performance good enough to beat Wilder again? Of course it is. But you have nothing else to bring to the table. You showed your hand. You don't have anything else to add because this is the best me. And as Ricky Williams was saying, that's the best Fury we've seen. You have nothing else. If I see your hand, you playing poker, and I see your hand, even if you got the best hand, I can decide where it goes. Whether I fold, whether I double up, whether I decide, and it all depends on how much Wilder is willing to forget their whole pad work stuff. How much is Wilder willing to apply his game plan and work on the successes that he had in the previous fights? Because he did have success. It's just trying to execute those same trends as consistent as possible. So landing the right hand as much as possible, trying to catch Fury in transition, trying to walk Fury down after you land the punch instead of just throwing one single. These are stuff that you actually done well in the first and second fight, but you just didn't do it enough. That's literally my.
That's a great breakdown. Give me the top 3 things you think Wilder need to do though. Top 3.
Catch him in transition. That every fight he fights through, you have to catch him in transition. Which means when he's transitioning from offense to defense, you have to transition your defense to offense real quick. Kind of like how Sean Porter does it, kind of like how Pacquiao does it. It doesn't mean in terms of your punches that you throw, it just means really make your footsteps quick. So literally snap into speed, kind of like what he done with the first 2 knockdowns and what he done in the second round in the second fight. Literally just snap into action very quick. Once you see him step forward, quickly step forward as well. He's going to step back and you got to follow him out. When you throw punches, stop trying to throw everything at the same speed. That's number 2. Rule number 2, don't throw the right hand at the same speed, same trajectory, same same place. That's just no point. And another thing is, really and truly, don't care how you look. Whether you miss a few, stick to the game plan. If you miss, don't care how you look. Don't matter how you look. If you're looking sloppy, if you're looking messy, bro, the right hand will land. Stop. Don't buy into that. That would be my 3 message.
All right, let me get this out of the way real quick before I give mine. Yeah, Kiki talking about coins. Kiki, if I could give you $75 in ones, trust me, I would. You know, the singles is the that's the language of. We'll talk about that later.
This guy's trying to do some AB.
Hold on. He said, I'm going to need the link for this one. I got you, bro. I got you. Kiki Wilder is focused, calm, and ready as hell. I think he is. I think he is. Ashley's Corner, number 1, double jab through Fury feints and jerky movements. 2, hooks to the body. 3, don't let Fury hold you. I like those 3. I
The
like those
third
three.
point is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Don't let Fury hold you.
Absolutely. Conrad, 1, use his jab to keep Fury on distance. Jab, 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 chest, shoulders, everywhere, just constant. 2, use the distance to hit that right hand. We're gonna try a vlog again. Okay. Hit mute, bro. So I can hear myself. Bolo is in the building. What's going on, bro? He's new.
Yeah.
He's new. Definitely subscribe to the channel, man. Follow BoxingFirst Vlog. Follow us on social media. He said Fury will win again. He's the better boxer and fighter. Bolo, we definitely like to chop it up on here, man. Get more specific, brother. Get more specific. Mr. 100 Round said Tyson too much for Wilder. Better jab, better movement, and knows how to throw his weight to tire out Wilder. Wilder has a puncher's chance, but Fury just a better fighter. He's in Wilder's head. I don't know if he's in Wilder's head.
I believe he's in Wilder's head, but it doesn't mean it. I think it's worked to Wilder's advantage, to be honest, because every time Wilder sees Fury, he thinks violently. If he wasn't in Wilder's head, he wouldn't even think or look at him like anything.
That's you know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. I made a video about this fight a few days ago. I definitely checked it. Conrad will check it out. Ashley. Kiki said, wait a minute. Hey, that's why I said I had 75 $1 bills. I thought we was gonna meet up and you know, but you know, we'll talk about that later. Vlogger appreciate that. Vlogger appreciate that. Vlog done had some ones in his pocket, and you know what I'm saying?
This take yourself off of mute,
bro. Don't get me involved with y'all LRPing on this internet, man. And for y'all squares that don't know what that means, that's long range pimping. You understand me? So catch up, you know what I mean? For you get left in your mustard. You dig?
Yo. Beams 2K in the building. Glad to see you back, brother. Hey, Beams 2K, if we send a goddamn link, man, bring that smoke, bro. Bring that smoke. All love, though. Conrad said, Vlog, what is your prediction? Go ahead, Vlog.
Oh, man. So I apologize for any mute issues and all of that, but I'm an OG, man. I don't know nothing about this shit. But anyway, I do know about boxing, and I foresee this one being stopped in the 7th by the opposite corner saving their fighter.
Okay. Kiki, I keep trying to let y'all make it. If I like what I see them, that 75 could go up. I'm just saying. D how to say what's going on, G5 in the panel.
The chat, the same question.
Hold on. 2K, I quit smoking G Fizzle. Hey man.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. What was I gonna say? Can I ask the chat, because we're all boxing fans?
Yeah.
How does Fury win this fight?
Let me answer the Wilder part first, because I knew you was probably gonna say some stuff that I was gonna say, so I actually came prepared. The 3 things Wilder need to do to win this fight. The first thing he needs to do is he needs to work from the chest down early in the fight. First 3 rounds, all core shots, chest shots, stomach, ribs, hip, hit whatever you can hit, because when he gets in that ring, he's going to be in straight violent mode. The problem that I think he may have is if he's in violent mode and he's starting to swing wild, you get more tired when you swing wild. And
you only got 4 rounds of that.
Yeah, you only got 3-4 rounds of that. So you got to make it count. So you got to hit him chest down first 3-4 rounds. That's the first thing. The second thing get in your head that you're not gonna be able to land that right hand from long distance like you did against like Dominic Brazil. When you landed your shots against Fury in the first fight, they were all shorter shots. They were all shorter shots because he followed him out the back door. So just know that that right hand is probably going to be a little shorter than what it usually is. So don't be lazy on offense. That's my second thing. Do not be lazy offensively. And the third thing for Wilder, what I would say is when Tyson Fury gets on the inside, dig to that body in the clinch. Dig to that body in the clinch.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I
Why?
disagree with that is because Fury does this thing, and as soon as I say it, you're gonna change your mind. Fury does this thing where when he's clinching, he actually grabs your hand and forces your head down. And it's real hard to move because the body weight is literally so significant. It's real hard to move. He's even doing it to someone as strong and physically big as Klitschko. He grabs your arms and you can't move.
Well, the thing is, that's what I'm saying. Like, what will he be able to do it? That's a whole different question. But if his hands are free, he needs to be working in those clinches.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He definitely needs to work in those
if
clinches.
His hands are free. If his hands
are free, right? But I think
but
if he
don't make him grab you. Just don't
right.
Make him
Correct.
Grab you.
what I think is if he does those three things, it's gonna get Fury to either look down or bring his hands down. He already brings his hands down when he's leaving out the back door. He already does that, but you want him to do it more often. So if you're just focused on the chest, you focus on the core, you throwing straight right hand straight at his chest, and you trying to cave his chest in, you trying to cave his arms in early in the fight, you a guy like Fury, you want to bring his eyes down. You want to bring his eyes down. You can't get into this fight and think you're just going to throw a long jab and a long straight right hand and you think you're going to get home. Because what happens is Tyson Fury, you can tell in the first two fights, they've worked on jabbing with Wilder. And it's not to land. He jabs with Wilder to establish the distance. And he also keeps the jab out there. He don't pull it back. Don't pull it back.
Exactly. Don't let him win that battle with the real estate, bro.
Do not let him.
For those who don't know, on my Instagram, there's a video where I've literally done this like months ago, where every time I time stamped every right hand Wilder through. Every from the round one to the last round where he got knocked out. Every right hand that Wilder threw. You can look on my Instagram, I swear to God. Every time Wilder threw the right hand, Fury took steps back. Every time. So the problem was every time Fury took that step back to reset, Wilder allowed Fury to step back forward. Don't let him win that battle of the real estate. If he steps back, you take that space. This is like chess. If you retreat, I'm gonna take the space you were just in, and that's what it is. You have to take the space that he gives you. You have to win the battle of the real estate because Fury's a dude who can use his feet for 12 rounds, but you want him to stop using his feet. You want him to rely on other skills that he don't have because he doesn't have the hand skills to block. He doesn't have the hand skills to actually defend himself. He just relies on the fact that he's really big and he uses his feet. You got to stop him winning that real estate battle.
He got to win the real estate battle. Basically, what we're saying, he need to be on the front foot. The more he's on the front foot, the better off he's going to be in this fight. And it's more of a mentality thing as well. Because if you feel like he cheated, you feel like he did this, did that, and you come into the ring and you're backing up and circling the ring, I'm going to have a problem with that. Because he got to win the mental battle first before he wins this physical battle. He got to win the mental battle first because he's not just going to run in there and just mow him down. Like, let's get that clear. Like, that's not happening. So he needs to set the mental tone. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, Vlog.
I was going to say, what about anybody looking at it as Deontay making it a rough fight and using Fury's weight against him? Stay close. That way you never lose the battle of range. Stay close. keep it, you know, greasy a little bit. You know how fights get sometimes. They get a little messy. Why not use that early? And that way, when Fury is tired come 4 or 5 rounds in from arm wrestling and clinch wrestling, that maybe you can take that right hand in at the right distance because you're dealing with a tired man. I mean, just another thought for people to think about this fight going a certain way.
Me and you're going to say the same thing, Jeff. Me and you're going to say the exact same thing.
I've never seen Wilder do that, number one. Number two, I don't think he's capable of doing that. And number three, you don't want to play that game with somebody that weighs that much more than you.
Not only does he weigh that much more than you, that's his game, bro.
That's his
For those
game.
who haven't watched Fury, bro,
That's
Fury's whole entire career since he met Javon Sugar Hill has been wrestling. This guy fights messy. He does dirty stuff, pushing your head down, throwing you to the canvas. He uses his weight. He fought dudes way stronger than Wilder.
I like Wilder. I like Wilder mid-range, vlog. I like him mid-range, and then that gives him an opportunity to follow Fury out the back door. There is no back door if he's tight like that. There's no back door.
And if Fury clinches his way through the fight,
that's kind of why I said stay extra close.
Yeah, but he can't. But
I
don't think that benefits him.
You're saying that's his style, right? That's Fury's style. Why is it impossible to beat him at his own style? We've seen this man working on his weight training, benching 400. So I'm thinking he can push this dude back way more than y'all giving him credit for being able to do. See, we're not giving Deontay credit for what he's done in camp because why we haven't seen it. But at the same time, we got to think that it's going to be there because why would you even be working on this stuff if you don't plan to interject it into the fight? So when I'm seeing this strength weight training that he's been doing, there could be another aspect to this fight that they take it down that road. And if you mad at somebody, you want to get close to them. You don't want to play that chess match from the outside with your anger. You know what I mean? Because you got to contain your anger. You got to control it. But if you inside, you can let your anger go and do what your anger does. Let your hands go. Make him work. Make him do all of that stuff for 12 rounds. I don't think he can do it for 12 rounds and be impressive enough to say he defended his title. I could be wrong, but I'm just thinking about that fight being a little bit dirty, but Deontay Wilder being able to win a dirty fight.
Let me get at that first. What makes this fight so interesting? It's an interesting take, and I would probably go with that take if I've seen Wilder do that before. I just haven't seen him do that before. So
I wouldn't go with that take if I seen Wilder do it, and I'm just being dead serious. You don't try and wrestle a dude who's physically stronger than you. I just don't see why you would do that.
Well, what I'm saying is like with Wilder, right? Let's just say he could fight on the inside. He could fight dirty. Let's just say he could do some of the things that Vlog is saying. Obviously, he doesn't want to be on the inside for long periods of time. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna happen in spurts. Here's the interesting thing with Wilder in this fight. Like I said, in order for him to win this fight, he's going to have to do a lot of things for the first time. Like, we've never seen him really put in no real body work. We're going to have to see him do that for the first time. He's going to have to switch it up offensively because he's going to have to create an opening for the right hand. He's going to create it. Fury ain't just going to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? So he has to be consistent with his punches as well.
You just mentioned body work. Bro. In a fight with a guy that has the same length as you, you have to kind of get as close to him as possible to make the body work aspect work.
That's true.
You can't get long left hooks from the outside. That's counter punching him for him.
But
I wouldn't suggest body work.
But body work works though for a guy that we see is, pardon the noise, man. It's a little bit of traffic, but just keep rocking. Anyway, I apologize. But we see Fury not looking that great. You understand what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you think making it a rough fight, even if it's out of your norm, will benefit you later in the fight? Just you know what I'm saying? So to me, like I said, you said body work, bro. You got to get inside to make that body work count.
This is the thing. His arms are so long, he can be mid-range and get body shots in. He can be mid-range and get body shots
the
in.
problem with body shots, and this is why I don't go on, Jeff. Go on, Jeff.
But here's the thing, and Shane, I'm gonna throw this at you, and you gonna ride with me after you hear this. Is Fury good at counterpunching?
No,
he don't counterpunch at all.
No.
So my whole point is, if Fury can, if Wilder can control the distance, the real estate, there's gonna be moments in a round where he can get some body shots in, and he know he not gonna get nothing in return.
I get
three
that.
shots.
I get that. But when I've seen anybody try and attack Fury's body, and I've seen it several times, they have massive openings. The biggest problem they have is because Fury can't defend his body, Fury takes the body shot and uses that to tie you up. And the one thing you don't want to do against anybody is like Fury is tie up. This dude knows. The reason, blunt, why I won't suggest it is because I don't rate Fury's offense. I don't rate his offense at all. I don't even rate Fury that much highly in general. I think he's got amazing dimensions. But if there's one thing in the sport, in heavyweight, he is definitely the best at. He is the best at tying fighters up. I'm telling you, literally, this guy made his entire career of just hogging and holding and jabbing and grabbing. Literally, that's his entire career. So if you think you're going to do that against a dude who's fought 30 fights like that, then good luck, because I don't see you doing that. You've never fought like that, and you're about to do that against a dude that's 280 pounds, and he's done it 30 times. I wouldn't, bro, as Ashley said, I wouldn't even go nowhere near a clinch. This dude is physically strong.
So, hey Shane, so let me ask you this. So if you don't suggest that he really goes to the body like that, how is he gonna get his openers?
I think he gets his, when I mean, you can jab to the body, but in terms of loading up punches on the body, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, and I never said load up. I never said load up. I'm talking about just throw punches in that region, because you want to get his eyes. You want to get his eyes down, because at the end of the day, you want the right hand to get
under the impression you meant like load up.
No. I didn't mean. I'm sorry if it sounded like that. I do apologize. Wilder's never loaded up and threw body shots before in his life. What I meant was when he's throwing that jab, throw it to the chest, throw it to the core. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
get an occasional right hand to the body, pull right out. That's simple stuff.
Simple stuff. Not digging.
I'm not.
I thought you meant like the Tank Davis.
No, I'm not talking. I ain't talking about that Errol Spence type body work. I ain't talking about that. Let me get in the comment section, because it's getting a little crazy. Bolo said Wilder is the most diluted heavyweight in history. So many excuses is unreal. My costume was too heavy. Bruce goes, what do you guys think of the presser? We're gonna get to that in a second, bro. Bolo, my trainer spiked my water. Ricky Williams, he gotta bring a shotgun in the ring. Bolo, Fury's gloves is loaded. Bolo on one right now. Conrad, don't clinch with someone who has 60 pounds on you. Conrad, Wallen hurt Fury to the body, by the way. People seem to forget that fight.
That's true. Wallen did hurt him to the body. But what did Fury do when he hurt him to the body?
Clinch him.
He grabbed him. He just grabbed him.
Yeah. D Hodges, Beans 2K, since no one is talking about this, my concerns is the ring rust for both fighters. Hasn't fought in like 2 years. If they're working on new fight skills and tactics.
We have to get into that.
Beams, that's a great point. But when you got on camera, bro, why you ain't say that on camera? That's what we talking about. That's what we like to hear. That's that talk right there. Hold on. D Hodges saluting. Conrad, Fury fought dirty against Cunningham back then. That is not new with Sugar Hill. That's true. Conrad said leaning, grabbing that arm. He definitely grabs that arm. He'll actually twist the arm too if you let
Literally.
it. Ricky Williams, Fury can fight for 12. In my humble opinion, Conrad said, good point, Ricky. Mr. 100 rounds. If Wilder stayed close, he got 5 or 6 rounds to get Fury out. Too big, gonna walk Wilder down past 6 rounds if that's the approach to stay inside. D Hodges said punch that body. D Hodges Fury can move his head. It's hard to move that body.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's true. Mr. 100 rounds, Fury fight too dirty for Wilder to stay inside. I agree with that as well. Conrad,
he's a nasty fighter, bro.
Nasty fighter. Conrad said Vlog got a point because Wilder can't avoid the dirty Fury game, so he better is prepared to play it. I'm not gonna play into somebody else's hands though. That's right in Fury's hands. That's in his wheelhouse. Go ahead, Vlog.
Jeff, so we've been watching boxing a long time. We haven't seen guys take someone else's style and use it against them. We've seen this before in boxing, bro. It wouldn't be the first fight that we've seen that. And it's not an unsmart way to go, especially if you got anger on your side. This is what you're not taking in to point that if the man is mad, you trying to get to your target. You're not trying to play chess match in an anger situation. So him and y'all keep talking about Fury's size. Y'all act like Fury is physically fit with this extra 60 pounds. It's 60 pounds of blubber that he has a problem throwing around. So I'm just saying, bro, y'all talking like it can't be defense. Like this man physically is not strong enough to get inside, free your arm up, work the body like you mentioned, make it a rough fight, make Fury work that much more to tie up. So how can you defend your title if that's the way you fight? So all of these things go against what Fury does to win fights. See, that shit works against somebody that the public don't know about. But the public knows who Deontay Wilder is. So if you're playing that fight and it goes 12 rounds, you're not going to win the title fighting like that, bro. You maintain the title, so to speak.
In Germany, he was away from home against a 12-year champion, and all he done was clinch, and he won the fight. So it definitely can work against Wilder.
Nobody wanted to see Klitschko no more. Remember I talked a week or so ago about fight narratives?
All the judges were German, bro.
What does that matter? Your own country can be tired of seeing you.
How much?
Again, I'm wrong. Y'all right.
How much?
People in the chat tell me what they think of what I just said.
People in the chat, let him know what y'all think of what he just said. I actually want to address that because, and I talk to Vlog about this all the time. I'm like, what we think is best for a fighter to do strategy wise versus whether they're capable of doing it, it's not a thin line. So I think we can all agree that Wilder's never did any wrestling or dirty fighting on the inside. He's never dug the body like that. He's never done that. So let's say he's been working on that in the gym, right? So he's worked on it a lot. You're basically asking him to take a new skill set and apply it to a top 3 heavyweight for the first time. It's asking a lot. Against someone that does it every single fight. That's a tall task. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it can't be done. It's a tall task. Go ahead, Blow.
That's wrong. That's the easiest way to fight him. With everything else y'all talking about makes it more of a chess match, more of patience to get the right hand home, trying all of this new up and down, bob and weave, feint shit to get the right hand home, instead of what? Go in here and make it a greasy fight. You mad at this dude? Go out here and show this dude you mad at him. Get in his chest, stay in his chest, and dog walk this dude. I'm personally thinking that's the best way to go. You don't want to play a boxing match with who everybody keeps saying is the superior boxer. He was in against a superior boxer before, but all y'all guys are saying that Fury is better than Ortiz, my bad. So why not play his fight against him when you have anger on your side? Fury not angry. He ain't mad at nothing. So why would he have to exuberate a lot of energy. He might think he winning the fight because it's a tie-up match. He like, well, he getting close to me. I'm tying him up. I'm defending myself. No, bro, but you actually not fighting at the same time. I've seen enough of that in your past matches that I've given the round to the other fighter because you're doing that entirely too much in one round. So you can't be scared of a guy that's not a puncher, but you gonna tell me you not scared of a guy that's a puncher? That shit'll work against you on the judges' scorecards, bro. Just in my estimation. But some judge might like a guy that ties up and holds on to his title that way.
Can I answer? So the first thing is, yes, 60 pounds of weight is it's a lot of weight to move around. But what it also is, it's a lot of weight to distribute onto an individual to carry. So he's going to be carrying it and using it on Wilder. So I'll say one thing. So I will never suggest Wilder go into a technical fight. I said this at the start of the live. I'll say it again. I'll say use what worked in the first fight for you to knock him out. And in the second fight, in that second round, that you didn't use anymore in any other round. And that is, you have to catch Wild Fury in transition. There's nothing to do with no technique, no nothing. Every time you threw the right hand, Fury retreated. There's not one time in both fights that Wilder threw the right hand that he didn't retreat. So I'm not telling him to box him. I'm telling him to go out there and throw the right hand as often as possible and try to catch this dude in transition. I guarantee you'll get the knockout because that's exactly how you got it in the first fight, and in the second fight, that's how you landed the right hand so frequently. You go watch it back, you can see everything I'm saying is a fact. Yeah, if you go in the fight and you try to physically fight someone who is physically stronger than you, you're giving them a chance that they shouldn't have. Even you're playing a game that they should. That's a game that Fury wants to play. Even if you think you can outdo him, why would you do it that way? Go ahead.
Shane, but you just said Fury changed in the second fight. So how we can't expect Fury to be the first Fury. We don't know what Fury we gonna see, but we know what Deontay Wilder we need to see. We need to see the passion, the anger, go jump inside his chest and stay in there like you a kangaroo baby in his mama's pouch. That is how you win this fight.
I'll put it this way. If he does that technique, that style of fight, I'll bet you that he will lose. If he does that style of fight, I'll bet you that he will lose.
Hold on. I want to respond to this, and then I'm gonna get the Beams 2K comment. Vlog is saying anger. Anger usually translates into adrenaline. Adrenaline only lasts possibly the first quarter of the fight.
Maybe even less.
Maybe even less. Once that adrenaline is gone and that anger is gone,
and you lose a couple rounds,
what do you can't, my point is you can't sustain the anger thing for 12 rounds. That's my thing. Because you don't go off adrenaline.
Bro, he sustained it for over a year. He sustained it for over a year. What are you talking about? That's untrue, fighting. Bro.
Sustained what from over a year? He wasn't fighting.
But he's training the anger. So training is not fighting. So training is not the same motion that you would go through in a fight.
Hell no,
so
bro.
the same
hell no. I ain't letting you get that off.
No, it's not.
Bro, y'all killing me right now.
Hell no.
Y'all act like somebody can't sustain the hatred of somebody else for 12 rounds.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit, Vlog, and you know that. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
For entire lifetimes.
Bro, that's the streets. This ain't the darn. You get that out of here, Vlog.
Yes. I'll give you a prime example of how a dude doesn't sustain anger. When a dude fights someone, for a whole camp, they'll be angry. As soon as the fight's over, their anger towards that person is gone. The reason why I say it's different is because when you are fighting someone, all of a sudden, you now have a chance to put your hands on this individual. You're going to put your hands on this individual. At this point, you can't just rely only on that anger because it's not just a brawl. It's not a street brawl. It's a boxing match. You're going to make it a street brawl. And I guarantee you, if you try and go and wrestle this dude, I guarantee you're going to lose. Because as Jeff's saying, that ain't going to last long. To go into a fight with just anger and not a clear head, that's just not a good game plan.
Hold on. I just want to make sure I'm
See,
understanding.
my thing is, this is where you underestimating that sort of emotion, where it's not a positive. See, you so used to society telling you anger is a negative, when anger is a positive. Anger is energy, bro. Anger is energy, and you can't tell me something like that can't sustain a man for 12 rounds. You can't tell me he can't have so much.
Good question.
Yeah, I've survived, bro. I'm unscathed in these streets, pimp. What you talking about with no rat jacket? So yes, bro, you can do it, bro. Trust me. I've boxed also in a bad mood because I got popped in the first and second round, and I'm fighting the rest of the fight mad, and I'm fighting actually smarter.
What I want you to do is this. Is what I want you to do. You think clearly when you're angry. Next time you go into an argument, listen to what you say when you're angry, and then listen to what you say when you're in a clear head. You don't think clearly when you're angry. Nobody does. It's just a human reaction. You don't think clearly when you're angry because you're angry. You think clearly when you're neutral, when you're focused. Anger doesn't increase focus. Anger just makes you more. It just, as you said, adrenaline gives you more adrenaline and energy.
Hold up, Shane. While you breaking up, let me say this. You know what usually makes people angry? And this shows you how clear-headed people are. Stupid shit usually makes people angry. So you have to obviously be clear-headed to acknowledge that something stupid just happened in front of you. Now you're pissed the fuck off. So you can't tell me that doesn't coagulate to one another to anger being positive. Positive. You just showed me something stupid, so now I'm mad. I'm the bad guy. How about you not be the bad guy with doing the dumb shit in the first fucking place? Fury. Anyway, I can see why my dude mad. I think he gonna win. He gonna dog walk this dude. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but my defense against what y'all saying is this is another way to go. And that fireball that goes straight in from 1 to 12 and just keep going forward.
I think Fury's gonna lose, but I don't think he's gonna lose like that. I don't think he's gonna lose like that.
I like Wilder in the fight simply because, he's gonna be angry early. Yeah, he's gonna be angry early. But it's gonna take probably 2 rounds for him to realize, like, I gotta actually think of a way to get the right hand home. Like that's the goal. Like, get the right hand home. Like, Wilder's not winning this fight unless he gets the right hand home. He can wrestle all day and all that other stuff. If he don't get the right hand home, he losing. So whatever he has to do to get the right hand home, that's what it is. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is.
Beans coming after though.
Let me get the Beans comment real quick. He said, I'm waiting for the 2 years layoff answer for both fighters. I'm gonna get into that right now. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
All right, let me get into that. So let me get.
Who do you think it benefits the most, guys? And be genuinely honest.
I think the 2-year layoff actually benefited Wilder. It benefited Wilder more than Fury, because like we spoke before, Fury would have been better off getting this third fight done and over with as quick as possible. He gave Wilder a chance to revamp, retool, get his mind right. You know what I'm saying? So the 2-year layoff for a power puncher is not as important as it is for a boxer. It takes a boxer longer to actually get back into the thick of things, timing, all of that. So I would say definitely Wilder benefited from the layoff more, for sure. Hopefully that answered your question.
But I would say this though, what COVID has shown me, and I still think it benefited Wilder, but what COVID has shown me, just giving you a flip side, is, and Jeff mentioned this, I think he mentioned it after the Richard Comey fight. Dudes who look for single shots, it does take them a round or two to get their reader. They don't get their radar straight away, especially when you're looking for one good single. You don't really get your radar straight away. It takes you a while to find your range, find your distance, for your muscle mechanics to be clicking. You start overthinking things and reaching for things instead of actually letting your body do it natural off instinct. But yeah, I do think it favored Wilder.
Yeah, I think so as well. Vlog, you want to get in on that?
I just got this to say. I'll keep hearing right hand, bro. What is to say that they not working on the left? What is to say that, bro? I mean, you guys will keep looking at it from what we know about them, not what we can anticipate from them going forward with the new trainer. So bringing something new to the table. What about the left? We never know. What about working the left in a short capacity? Working the left in a short capacity.
Vlog. That's blind faith.
All right.
Bro. That's blind faith.
That's not faith.
That's it is blind faith. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you. You know what? I'm gonna give you a good damn example. I'm gonna give you a good example, bro. If Adam Kalnacki is working on defense for 6 months, when he get into the fight, I'm expecting for him to not show no type of defense, because that's what he's shown me through his whole career. He would have to prove me wrong. I don't care how long he was working on it. So if Wilder was working on the left hand, cool. But he gonna have to show me that he can get Fury up out of there with his left hand. He gonna have to show me. That's blind faith as far as I'm concerned, because I ain't never seen him do it. I'm not gonna bet on something that I ain't never seen before. That right hand is what's gonna get everybody to go home,
bro. But you said bet. See, the words you using is not what we doing. We talking here, so I'm not putting faith. I'm not betting on the left hand. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just giving the people in the chat a different way to look at how Wilder could be attacking this fight. Everybody keep counting on the right hand, whoop-de-whoop. What about these dudes having a different mindset completely from what us everyday fans and media people are thinking?
I'm gonna piggyback on what I'm saying.
Like, you have to give that.
I'm gonna piggyback on what Blunt just said. There's a chance that he might do that. What about if Fury turns southpaw? What do you guys think about that? Because Fury's been southpaw many times before, and he's prone to switch. What if that happens?
I actually think he would be smart.
That right there supports my mindset through this discussion. That what you just said supports my mindset.
That's why I said it.
Yeah. The problem I got with Vlog's comments is he's basing everything off of what he thinks is going on in the gym, off of clips. Am I correct? We still got to see it. How many knockouts, bro? Hold on. Let me cook real quick. How many knockouts Wilder got out of 42 fights?
41.
41. Have they all not ended with the right hand? Am I correct? Have they all not been ended with the right hand?
Yeah.
Okay, they've been ended with the right hand. So I'm okay. So I'm not saying that
he did with
your signal, bro.
The left hooks.
Yeah, it did.
Just saying. So that 12-round first fight, that was a left hook capper.
Yeah, but the right hand is the one that had him out though. The left hand was just a shoe shine. That left hand was just a shoe shine. He was already out, bro.
He was
already out, bro. You think you slick?
Wilder just done that out of spite, bro. He didn't even have to do that.
He didn't even have to throw the rough hand. He didn't have to throw it. He was already out. He was already out.
Y'all breaking up. I can't hear.
Do you not think? Do you think, Jeff? Do you think Fury can go southpaw, or do you think he will go southpaw?
I don't think he will go southpaw. I think he would be smart to go southpaw because he takes that right hand away. He completely takes it away.
He didn't even speak about how does Fury win this fight, but that's one of the ways I think Fury should do.
I'm gonna, you know what? Let me run through these comments. Vlog, come out and come back in. Let me run through these comments. Conrad said a rusty Fury who doesn't have his rhythm yet may prefer to hold it in the beginning. I agree with that.
I believe that.
Bean said he smashed the like button. I appreciate that, brother. Please smash that like button. Let's get into the strategy for Tyson Fury. Can I get started on that?
Go ahead.
Okay. First thing with Fury is he needs to operate everything off the jab. Everything he needs the jab to start off his combinations. He needs the jab for the main thing is to control distance. Because his main thing is getting out of pocket, getting out the back door without getting clipped. That's the main thing that's going to get him knocked out. I think if he finishes his combinations with a jab, that'll reestablish the distance. It'll be harder for Wilder to follow him out the back door. That's number one. Number two, he should be throwing no more than 2-punch combinations, 2-3-punch combinations in this fight. His the most successful punch combinations that he had was the jab, and the sound like you're in the airport.
Yeah, you're going.
Second thing, I think what Fury needs to do is keep it simple. Jab, long jab, straight right hand, right down the middle. What he had most success with is the lead left hook, straight right hand, right down the middle. 2-3 punch combinations, get right back to the distance. And the third thing he needs to do is, which I don't think he's capable of doing, but I'm gonna say it anyway. He needs to leave out the back door with his hands up, or he's not gonna do that. But that's what he needs to do. But go ahead, Shane.
I think one of the main things he's got to keep, because to me, I don't think he's going to win this fight aggressively. I don't think fire meeting fire is going to win him this fight. I think this time he'll get burnt if he tried that technique. So he has to try to nullify and pacify the fire as much as possible until it runs out of steam, until it runs out of oxygen, until the fire calms down. And you do that. The first few rounds, Wilder's going to come out like a bat out of hell. You got to do as much things as possible to get into this dude's head. Do what you do normally. Arms behind your back, stick your tongue out, Ollie shuffle, all of that stuff, just to try and get this guy to get off his game plan and psychologically get in his mind. He probably won't buy that, but the only reason why you want to do that is because you're going to try to win rounds off bravado. Many times, if you've watched Wilder Fury growing up, you would see that he's won a lot of rounds off not landing punches, but just selling it to the crowd that he's winning by just doing dumb stuff like sticking your tongue out, stuff like that, putting your arms up, all of that stuff. Turning southpaw orthodox, switching so Fury Wilder doesn't get the same angle every round, so he doesn't get to line you up, and understanding safe zones. Your safest zone is all the way in, so use that. Stay all the way in. When you got Wilder, make him know you're physically stronger than him. So throw him on the floor, push him to the ropes, wrestle him, put him in a headlock, grab his arms, force him down. That's gonna tire him, especially if Wilder is angry and he's trying to get his punches off and you keep hugging him. That's gonna create frustration, and that frustration means he might get annoyed, he might load up on punches, he might be swinging and missing, and that might lead to him being tired and fatigued. But rely on your size and strength. So don't even worry about even landing that much good punches, but really try and initiate as much clinches as possible. That's the only way I see Fury winning this fight. Because if he tries to match fire with fire, he's going to get knocked out.
Vlog, top 3 things that Fury needs to do to win this fight, brother.
Yeah, I don't
know. Hit your mute button, brother.
I don't think he can hear you.
Okay. Hold on a second. Conrad, we're going to go to the comments. Conrad said, I think they'll start much slower than people expect them to. Are you talking Wilder?
I don't think Wilder will start slow.
He said Conrad said because they don't know what to expect from each other. So you think it's going to be pretty dull the first 2-3 rounds?
I don't think that's going to happen with Wilder.
Yeah, I think he's going to come out blazing. I
think he's coming out with a cannon.
Yeah, Kiki said, okay, I'm off now. Cool.
Can I ask you a question? This is a question none of us have asked. Do you think Fury can take Wilder's money shot?
I mean, he took it twice and got up. Now, you mean in terms of him getting up?
Wait. The reason why I'm saying that is because you say he took it twice, but he took it many times, like 2 times in the second fight, and he didn't drop.
Yeah, but
So
I don't think Wilder hit him with a money shot in the second fight neither.
he hit him clean.
I don't think it was a money shot though. That's the
What
difference.
was the punch that he landed in this first fight? Was that down to fatigue? Because Fury never went 12 rounds and he spent 3 years out of the ring and it was late. So was the punch down to fatigue? I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I don't think so. Because I think if it was from fatigue would have kept him on the canvas. So I don't think it was fatigue. Kiki said, wait, what was the question again?
Do you think Fury can take Wilder's money shot? That's the question. I think while Fury punch resistance is good. It's not great, but it's good. I think anyone Wilder touches, he's gonna put down. But Fury does one good thing well, and that's he takes the sting out of punches. He does know how to take sting out of punches.
That's why I think it's such a hard question to answer, because it's like, what's taking his money shot? I mean, like, is it getting up from the shot or immediately starting to fight like he did?
Do you think Wilder will be able to hit him with a one piece and knock him out clean?
No. I think Wilder can duplicate what he did in the first fight in terms of getting a knockdown, but he's gonna have to finish Fury off. He's gonna have to finish. This is not gonna be no one hitter quitter, in my personal opinion, because I've never seen it before. I go with what I've seen. I go with history. I've never seen Fury had no one hitter quitter and he's just out cold. I've never seen it, so I'm not gonna sit up here and say that's gonna happen. I do think Wilder can get a knockdown for sure. We're actually banking on that, but it's what happens when Fury gets back up.
You think Fury can hurt Wilder?
He hurt him a couple times in that first fight.
You think he will hurt him in this fight?
I don't know.
I don't think Fury will hurt him, but I think there's a high chance Wilder gets tired in this fight.
He gonna get his attention though. He gonna get his attention.
I think Wilder might get tired in this fight. I'm being dead serious.
Listen, you know what I like about Fury in terms of his adjustments from the first fight to the second fight? The most success that he had in the first fight was with the lead left hook and the straight right hand. He didn't even use that in the second fight. So to me, I'm like, Fury has showed multiple ways to be successful against Wilder, and this is just talking X's and O's and strategy. That's why I asked the question of, like, what can Wilder do that's within his skill set? Again, within his skill set, what he's actually shown inside the ring.
And I'm glad you said that, because what Malik Scott kept reiterating was, I went into Wilder's toolbox. So we didn't put nothing in Wilder's toolbox. So all this idea that he's going to wrestle and tussle, that's not in Wilder's toolbox. Yeah, he went into Wilder's toolbox and supposedly came up with a game plan.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to come off like I just completely disagree with Blunt, because I didn't completely disagree with it. My thing was just, is Wilder capable of doing it? That's my thing. And I'm like, I just don't think so, because he's never done it. I'm like, he gonna have to show me.
Is Wilder stronger than Fury?
Punching power, yes.
No, physically stronger.
Physically stronger.
In terms of weight.
I would say no, only because he's battling 60 extra pounds.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I think Fury's just physically stronger because of the weight. Like, I think Wilder has more man strength, but Fury is just physically stronger because he carries so much weight with him. Kiki said nope. Conrad said, Shane, is your heart or mind picking Wilder? Good question.
My mind's picking Wilder for one reason. My heart don't ever make decisions for me. But my mind is picking Wilder because you can't not prepare and win. Fury hasn't prepared, so he's gonna lose. That is literally that simple. I am so you can't not prepare and win. And I don't believe he's prepared. He came to America 2 weeks ago. That means you ain't got acclimatized to the conditions. You're a month ago your daughter was literally battling for her life. Psychologically, your camp would have been destroyed. You supposedly just recovered from COVID, so your camp wasn't the best way it was supposed to be. You're way out of weight, and it's not even good out of weight because last time you actually looked much more muscle bound, and then you just don't look like you're mentally prepared. Anybody who doesn't prepare is going to lose a fight at elite level. That's anyone. Anyone who doesn't prepare is going to lose a fight at elite level. You get two fighters who are elite. The one who prepares the least is the one who's going to lose. That's 9 times out of 10.
Great question and a great answer. Family of the channel, Andre Southgate is in the building. What's going on, brother? He said, "What's going on, guys? Wilder needs to chase down Fury as soon as he backs him up." See, that's the thing. That's
You
what
got that
makes
off my
this.
Instagram, bro.
He definitely got that off your Instagram for sure. Um, he definitely got that off your Instagram. That's definitely a Shane type comment. Kiki said he was looking dazed and confused with those KOs from Wilder in the first fight. Kiki, I've been saying this for the longest. Any other referee would have counted it. Like, wouldn't
Fact.
even count it. Wouldn't even count it. Be honest with you, we shouldn't even be having this discussion right now. Like, we
You
shouldn't
should
even
have
be
just
having
got
this
waved
discussion.
off.
Yeah, it should have just got waved off. Like, let's just be real. Like, people be like, "Oh, did he get up at 9, 9.5, 10?" Like, no. Like, anybody lays dead for 5 seconds, like you wave that. You know what I'm saying? Now, listen, I'm not mad that they gave him the count because I'm an activist for that. I'm like, if he's out, a couple second count ain't gonna hurt him anymore. He's out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not annoyed at that at all. Only because we saw what we saw in the second fight.
Correct.
Because Fury did deserve a chance, and he only deserved that chance if he was gonna right his wrongs, and he did right his wrongs.
Yeah, yeah.
If we're saying that Fury didn't cheat, by the way.
Right. Andre Southgate, Fury is intimidated from the power. He backs up a couple steps after Wilder lands. Then Wilder just needs to go for it like he did against Brazil. I know they're different, but Wilder can for sure get him. I just let me respond. Let me respond to that because there's a certain part, the Brazil part, and I know you said like it's not the same, but the thing is, Brazil and a lot of the heavyweights are not skilled enough to stop Wilder from getting complete momentum into his right
Yeah,
hand. That's the thing with Tyson Fury. He takes steam off of shots. He keeps you at a distance. He fights dirty, and all of that stuff messes with a heavyweight's timing. And a heavyweight don't have the best timing as is just because of human nature. So
it's just biomechanics.
it's just biomechanics.
You mechanically can't move as quick as someone like because you got more to move.
Absolutely. It said Conrad said, Shane, you give reasons outside the ring that support Wilder, but if you talk boxing, you seem to favor Fury.
I'll answer that. The reason why I favor Fury is because if they both prepared, I would pick Fury to win. But he didn't. Under any normal circumstances, why would I not pick Fury? Fury won the first two. Well, he won the second fight, and he's arguably won the first fight. I'm not saying he did, but you can argue that he did.
Yeah, I thought he won the first fight.
Obviously, I'm going to, when we're talking about boxing, obviously I'm going to lean to the dude who's shown me on a consistent level that he's the better fighter or the better boxer. So of course I'm going to favor him because he has more attributes than Wilder. But he didn't prepare, so he's going to lose. I literally have no other way to say it. Like, this dude did not prepare. That's the only reason why I'm saying Wilder's going to win. Only reason why. There's no other reason why other than the fact that this dude's got an amazing right hand that will knock out any man on the planet, even some animals he will knock out. And he is fighting a dude that did not prepare. That's why he's going to win the fight. And it's so upsetting because in my mind, I'm going to think, I wish they were both on their A game. But it's Fury's fault.
Yeah, you know what? That's a really, really good point because when you're talking technically, I mean, Fury has all the advantages, like technically. But Fury, I mean, he allegedly had COVID. So people aren't. It takes a little while for you to get over COVID long term. Like if you had it, and I'm saying that's in quotations. If I'm under the belief that he didn't have it, but that's what the story is. So that's what the story is. Now the second thing with Fury is that it was big rumors that his camp was going bad. The first one before it got postponed, his camp was going real bad.
With Jared Anderson piecing him up.
Yeah, Jared Anderson putting them paws on him, and then you see him coming to the the press conference and all of that. He's looking nervous. He
His
was
daughter just came off what
yeah
some form of life support, or that
he got
psychologically couldn't help you.
yeah he got a lot going on with him. He has a lot going on with him, and people talk about Wilder psychologically. There's a psychological angle with Fury as well that
And I
needs to
saw
be
it
addressed.
yesterday.
Absolutely,
I saw it yesterday
yeah,
in the press conference. I was like, bro, this dude does. I, it's very difficult for other people to understand. I've seen Fury for literally over 10 years. I know this guy's patterns. I remember when this dude came in a press conference against David Hay and he literally just showed so much charisma. It just came so natural. That was the first time I've ever watched Fury and I thought, this guy looks so fake. He just seems so fake to me. I've never
yeah,
seen that before. And I just thought,
yeah,
bro, you're mentally not ready for this fight. You're
yeah.
mentally not ready for this fight.
Conrad said his camp going bad may have been a wake up call. I agree with that. Conrad said not sure if Wilder got that kind of pressure in camp. Kiki, okay, gotta go. I'm at the bar with my uncle. You gonna have some coins tomorrow. You gonna have some coins tomorrow for sure. Big shout out to Kiki from the liquor spot. Big shout out
To
to Ash.
answer that point about now, just because you have a bad camp, don't mean you can't win. And this
Facts.
is why
Facts.
I think Fury actually might revert back to old gate tactics, which is being nasty, hugging, clinching, because he didn't really focus on anything. So when things start to go tough, what do people always do? They revert back to what they know.
Exactly.
That's just facts. When things
Exactly.
start to go tough, they revert to back to what they know. And that's just the way it is.
That's 100% facts. I was waiting for Vlog to get back in, but he's probably just having some technical issues. So what I'm gonna do, because we're not gonna be on here too much longer, we just put the link in the chat. For anyone who wants to jump on, definitely do so. Conrad said, "I love this fight so much. Anything is possible." That's what I love about it. You can make an argument. You can make an argument a lot of different ways on how the fight's gonna go, but a lot of it has to do with what each person has shown us. Like what they've shown us is really the determining factor on a lot of people's opinions. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's one of the most criticized, like most critiqued fights in probably the last 10, 15 years in terms of the heavyweight division is concerned. Because to be honest with you, I'm like, there's not too many things that Wilder you could say Wilder can do technically that he's done on a consistent basis in his career that's going to work on a
Yes,
consistent
stay
basis
on live.
against
Give me
Fury.
like 1 minute. I'm gonna
You
come back.
got
Give
it.
me 1 minute.
You got it. Um, Wilder power is the X factor. Like just no doubt about it. Like that's the X factor. He's always in every single fight. To be honest with you, I don't even think Wilder be concerned about winning rounds. Like he just has this belief that he's gonna get the right hand home, and that's what he has to do in this fight. He definitely has to do that in this fight. He got to get the right hand home. Now I know Vlog said, what if he was working on the left hand? What if he was working on the hook? He could have been working on the left hand. He could have been working on the hook. It could work for him, but I don't think that's going to be the primary shot to get Fury up out of there. It's going to be that right hand to get him, get him up out of there. Do I think Wilder's going to hit him with a one-hitter quitter? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? But I think he can knock him down with one shot, but he has to put his punches together to finish him off because in the 12th round of that first fight, Fury won the rest of that round.
Who won the exchange on the press conference?
I would say Wilder just off the look, the perception.
What does Fury do if Fury loses?
Good question. It depends on how he loses. It depends on how he loses. So if he gets knocked smooth out, then I could see Fury taking a hiatus for a while. I can see him taking a hiatus for a while. If another thing is if he loses, I could see him really just going back to the UK and just feasting on some European work for a little while. I think
can see him running with the narrative that it's 1-1.
right.
And they need a full fight.
I can see that happening as well. That's why I said it depends on how he loses. That's why, because I was getting ready to get to that. Depends on how he loses. If that's the case, then yeah, he could say we need a 4th fight, and that might be the most beneficial fight for him. Got my bro Ricky Williams in the building. What's going on, family?
Hey, what's happening? How y'all doing?
Everything straight, brother. Everything straight, man. We gonna go ahead and let you cook, brother. Go ahead.
Hey, man. Hey, peace to the gods and the goddesses first and foremost, man.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this fight gonna go how anybody think it's gonna go.
Okay.
Right. And this is just my take on it. You can take it with a grain of salt. I mean, everybody, and I hear what everybody's saying about, you can't judge off tapes or pad work, right? But what I see when I look at Deontay Wilder is really two things that I think a lot of people are not looking at this point. His hand speed is crazy right now. His hand speed is crazy. Also, if you look at what he's doing consistently, right? His head movement. He's no longer keeping his head on the line. You'll see when he throw a combination, when he's shadow boxing, he keep his head moving. You know what I'm saying? He's not keeping it on the line. I agree with you what you said, G5. This fight's for Deontay Wilder to be successful. This fight has to be fought at mid-range.
Yeah,
mid-range. You don't want to give Fury the opportunity to grab you. You know what I'm saying?
That was my point. Right. Bro.
You don't want to give Fury the opportunity to grab you, and if he does, you want to make sure that you let the ref know to break this clinch. You know what I'm saying? If he do grab you, you need to initiate that grab with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what I think, and this is just saying for what I'm seeing, and I'm listening to all the input. I'm listening to what Tay Jones is saying. I'm listening to what Malik is saying. Right? I'm thinking what's gonna happen is Deontay Wilder. This the thing don't nobody want to say about Fury, bro. And I think I'm not gonna say don't want to say it, but haven't said it, right? As savvy as he is, he's a slick, dirty fighter, right? But his hand speed is not impressive. His hand speed is nil to none, right? And the thing is that we don't see heavyweights work on defense, especially head moving, slipping punches, parrying punches, knocking punches down. You know what I'm saying? I think what Deontay Wilder is going to do is establish real estate early, mid-range, knock them punches down, parry them shots, make Fury miss some shots, and then make him pay with combinations. I think the knockout's going to come doing a flurry of punches, not just a right hand. I think Deontay Wilder's going to hit him with a combination, and the right hand's going to come behind something that Fury or none of us see coming. So either he's going to hurt Fury and go back to the game plan, and I think in my video, my live last night, if you listen to Deontay Wilder, bro, he's consistent now when he speaks, right? He keeps going over the same thing over and over. Yo, my brother's in my camp. I feel amazing, right? This is a rebirth. He's never going off the script. I think him and Malik Scott have a script set for what happens to Saturday night. I think that he's going to hurt Fury with a right hand, and if he don't knock him down, he's just going to go back to work mid-range, and we're going to keep doing it over and over again until we catch him. Now, that's not saying if Deontay Wilder don't see him hurt, he's not going to go try to finish him, right? But I honestly think I'm calling this probably a KO 6 or 7.
That seems to be the consensus in terms of predictions.
Earlier, to be honest.
You saying what?
I say he's gonna knock him out early.
Yeah, go ahead,
I
bro.
think it's gonna be 4th or 5th round. I'll be dead serious.
Yeah,
The reason why go on.
No, go ahead, bro. You go ahead and finish your thought, bro.
I was gonna say the reason why I think it's gonna be 4th or 5th round is because I think the knockout's gonna come when Fury's gonna be on his guard first 2 rounds. I think people who think Fury's just gonna run over Wilder, they're completely wrong. I think Fury's gonna be on his guard early. And I think after a while, Fury's gonna feel like, oh, this guy's not coming to kill me. I'm gonna step up the offense, and Fury's got very bad offense. He's always had bad offense his whole career, and he's gonna try and offensively land punches, and that's when he's gonna get himself knocked out. Because this time he's not gonna be in a good enough shape or prepared enough to get out of range, and Wilder's gonna be prepared enough to know I gotta go and attack him, and when I attack him, I gotta make sure I set it up instead of just throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah. But again, I think all that's going to happen mid-range. But I honestly think Deontay Wilder is going to be first. I believe Deontay Wilder is actually going to work to be first in this fight. And what I've been hearing in the background, and this is about the 4th time I didn't heard it, bro, that Tyson Fury is not prepared for this fight.
Yeah, that's the word. That's the word. Yeah, that's the word that I've been getting as well. He wasn't really prepared.
Click that link. Click that link. Not the link, the comment that Will just said. And I would say,
hold on, let me read it. Shane, I can't believe you actually think Wilder will win this fight. LOL.
If you've got 2 elite fighters, and Wilder's an elite fighter, in my opinion, and Fury's an elite fighter, and one dude is so prepared, and the other dude's not prepared, he's gonna lose, bro. He's gonna lose. You can't go into a fight against an elite puncher, an elite fighter, and expect to win. You're not prepared.
Let me entertain Will Stokes, right? Let me entertain Will Stokes. Under normal circumstances, right? If Fury comes in 100% on his A game, completely focused, I'm favoring Fury in the fight. Like, I'm favoring Fury in the fight. For Wilder, I'm like, Wilder needs Tyson Fury's assistance a little bit. He's gonna get that in this fight because Fury's not prepared. And that's so I'm leaning more towards what Shane is saying. It's the fact of Wilder got the one hitter quitter. Like, he has a top 5 all-time right hand.
And
top 5 all-time right hand.
Is prepared.
And
Wilder
he's prepared.
Is prepared.
He's prepared.
I don't think people understand. This dude has spent 2 years fixated on one individual. Literally, you don't understand how much that when you focus a camp on one man, no matter what you do, you eat, breathe, sleep, a game plan for one man for almost 2 years, bro.
Yeah,
and this dude's not thinking about you. If I've never played basketball in my life, if Jeff never plays basketball for the next 2 years, and I play basketball every day, focus on Jeff's game, I guarantee I'll beat Jeff at basketball. I guarantee it.
Yeah, and the thing is, Will, like, I just think this is why I said I wanted you to actually jump on, because I know we was kind of joking around the last show and all of that. Like, I just don't think you're giving Wilder enough credit because, like I said, there was 2 different times in the fight the referee could have just waved it off. 2 different times in that fight. You understand what I'm saying? And I think people.
I'll wait till Jeff finishes.
Yeah, like when it comes down to it, like when you boxing, your main objective is to stop your opponent from continuing the fight. I still go back because of what happened in the 12th round, Will. Because of what happened in the 12th round, you cannot dismiss Wilder. You just can't. I understand what happened in the second fight, all that's cool. But you cannot dismiss him when you had that man dead to rights on the ground, and he should have been counted out. Like, he should have just been waved off.
Any other fight is stopped. That's why I don't get why y'all keep holding, not y'all, but the people who do this, right? Why y'all keep holding on to the narrative that he didn't beat an elite. He beat Tyson Fury, bro. That's what's wrong with y'all, bro. I understand boxing, bro. In box rec, at the end of the year, at the end of the day, right? That W gonna be a W. That draw is gonna be a draw. But every fight has context in it. Every fight have a certain situations of why stuff happened, bro. Right? Fury didn't beat him in the first fight. What are y'all talking about? Even if we being real about it, it's still in the history books a draw, correct?
Facts.
That means you didn't beat him.
But Ricky, can I tell you why Will is so crazy for what he's saying right now? Because if you think Fury won, Fury had to make adjustments to beat Wilder in the second fight. He's done nothing in the third fight to win this fight. He's not done anything. He had to prepare to win the second fight. So why would you think he doesn't have to prepare to win the third fight? If he has to prepare to win the second, of course you have to prepare to win the third.
Shane, this is how Fury comes off. It seems like Fury is just like, you know what? I don't need the game plan. I don't need to strategize. I'm going to do exactly what I did in the second fight. That's the vibe that I get. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe that I get from Fury. If I had to put my money on somebody being prepared, Wilder just looks prepared. Like he just, and it's a look, Will. It's a look. You understand what I'm saying? So it's easy to go off of what happened in the second fight and just say Fury. It's easy. I'm on record saying Fury won the majority of the rounds in the two fights. I'm on record. But the thing with Wilder is Wilder don't care about winning rounds. So even though that's true, Wilder don't care about winning rounds.
Because I'm gonna answer it. Let
me get through these real quick. Andre Southgate, he said the game changer here is the head movement from Wilder. He ain't going to be standing up straight to get hit by Fury. He's countering to the body as soon as Fury backs up, needs to push him back. Will said, how is Wilder an elite fighter? Never beat anyone
read
elite.
all of his comments. I'm gonna answer all of them.
Okay. Conrad, you'll interpret too much into those Instagram clips. Conrad said, I like his mind game though. Hold on. Conrad, calm and violent. Those kind of guys are scary. Andre said, Conrad, this is all me for sure. Sad that these guys are accusing me of getting things from IG. My granddad was a boxer. I grew up watching boxing.
I was joking when I said that.
Yeah, he was joking.
I was joking. I was joking when I said that. Because I said the same thing, bro. That's why I said that.
Will said, let me ask you this. Even if Fury isn't as prepared as he should be, do you really think he's less prepared than he was after 3 years inactivity, crazy mental health battles, binging drugs, alcohol? Go ahead, Shane.
But wait. He said a few things after.
Yeah, he said crazy mental health battles, binging on drugs and alcohol.
I know he said a comment after that.
Oh, comment. I'm sorry. He said, and only 2 garbage comeback fights.
Okay, so this is what you fail to understand. In the first fight, he got knocked down twice against a dude who Wilder had never fought Fury at that point. He never knew his habits. He never knew what to expect. He never knew the distance. He never knew anything. So whilst Fury wasn't prepared, Wilder was equally not as prepared. Now, going into the second fight, Fury was prepared, Wilder was prepared. What happened? Going into the third fight, Wilder is prepared, Fury isn't prepared. So the difference is, from the first fight to the second fight, okay, Fury might not have been prepared in the first fight, but neither was Wilder. Because Wilder had never fought Fury. He never knew what to expect. In his mind, he's fighting a dude who's 3 years out of the ring and fought 2 bums. So all I need to do is hit him and knock him over. He didn't go in there with the right mentality. In this fight, he's going in there with the right mentality. I don't know what you fail to understand. You're failing to acknowledge Wilder's preparation.
Hey Shane, let me add this before we let Ricky go. Let him cook up. Another thing that people lose sight of, if that was anybody else that had that cut in the Otto Wallen fight, that fight would have got stopped. Nobody talks about that. So I'm saying Shane is saying what he's saying to say this. Ricky is saying what he's saying to say this. I'm saying what I'm saying to say this. Enough has happened between Wilder and Fury for you to know that Wilder gets that one moment. It can happen. And we've seen it done. Case studies. Gerald Washington, he was losing that fight on the cards. Came back, money shot. Luis Ortiz, you can arguably say that was an even fight, but he had to think his way through that fight. Got his guy in trouble, got him up out of there. The second fight with Luis Ortiz, he was losing that fight on the cards. Came back, landed the money shot. So we've seen this from Wilder a couple times. So this is not blind guessing. You understand what I'm saying? All we're saying is that Wilder has just as much of a chance as he did going into the first fight, going into the second fight.
He has more of
a chance now because Fury don't look like he's on his game. So
and
that's all we're trying to pitch to you, Will. That's all we're trying to pitch to you. Like, we know that you're favoring Fury. That's cool. No problem. If Fury was 100% ready, I would probably favor him too. But the fact is, it looked like he's not. And it's based off of months. It's based off of months, bro. Months. You know what I'm saying? Because if this, listen, hey, Will, this is another thing. If this was a walk in the park, Fury would be favored by way more than some minus 235. This would be like a 4-1, 5-1 fight. The fact that he basically took care of Wilder in a dominant fashion in the second fight, and this fight is basically 2-1. That's a pretty good indication as well. That's a pretty good indication as well. Go ahead, Ricky. Go ahead, cook up, brother.
Yeah, man. Look, and this, I don't get what this proves to me is just your mentality towards a particular fighter, bro. In 2 years, you can learn a will. In 2 years, you can become a master mechanic. In 2 years. So y'all telling me this man who been boxing, who picked up boxing quick, right? Remember, he came in off a beer truck, right? Went and learned fighting and won a bronze medal, right? If this man is so not talented, if he's so not into boxing, if all he has is a right hand, name another fighter that did what he did.
Ricky, let me respond to that real quick, bro. And I think I'm gonna steal this from Brother Nazeem Richardson. Brother Nazeem Richardson, famous trainer out of Philly, man, God rest his soul. He said on camera, he was just like, Wilder is a great fighter because of the right hand, and you know that it's coming, and you still can't do nothing about it. That's what makes Wilder a great fighter. And I remember watching that interview, and Brother Nazeem saying that, and it's just like, that's what he has, man. Like, that's his gift to boxing. Like I said, it's a top 5 all-time right hand. Like,
I think he's got the most. I think he's got the best right hand of all time, in my opinion. But what I would say to Will is, you clearly want Fury to win.
That's fine.
And some people clearly want Wilder to win. In my opinion, I think when I look, this is the thing here. I feel like some people underestimate how important a training camp is. If it wasn't important, dudes wouldn't have training camps. A training camp is so important. You also have to look at the fact that Fury didn't want this fight anyway. He's going in there with no motivation whatsoever. Whether you believe it or not, whether Ricky believes it, Jeff believes it, in Fury's mind, I beat you already, I don't want to fight you. When you're going into a fight against a dangerous dude who doesn't want to fight, you don't want to fight, you're already at a disadvantage. Going into the second fight, going into the first fight, he wanted to fight Wilder. He does not want to fight Wilder now. However you want to look at it, he don't want to fight Wilder. However you want to look at it, because if he did, he would have fought him straight away.
And to finish my point, what I was saying is this, right? It's just funny to me how it's just funny to me how a feather-fisted fighter in Fury, no matter what y'all say, Fury is not known for knocking out no goddamn body, bro. Let's be honest. If we gonna tell the truth, let's tell the truth. That y'all believe in one fight, right? From Otto Wallin to Deontay Wilder 2, that he can become a power puncher, but y'all don't believe in 20 months that Deontay Wilder can't add to his game. That Deontay Wilder can't become better as a fighter. Because remember, no matter what y'all say, no matter what it shows in the record books, he knocked that man out in the 12th round. He knows he can knock him out. He knows this.
Yeah.
But, give me a second, Jeff. Like I said before, they done said it since time eternal. You can't teach power in boxing. How many times have y'all seen a video, a coach, a fighter tell y'all that?
That's a fact.
Right? But y'all believe Tyson Fury got power from one fight to the next, a fight that he got dog walked by Ala Waleem. Let's keep it a buck. But y'all will believe that before y'all believe that Deontay Wilder, a guy who picked up boxing like that, won a bronze medal, knocked out 44 men, or however many he knocked out, can't learn a new skill in boxing.
Hey, Ricky, let me piggyback off of that. A lot of, and I know Vlog was saying that as well, like him picking up new skill sets and things like that. What I don't want to see from Wilder is that he's trying out these new things in the fight that he kind of deviates away from who he is. Wilder's a killer. Like, he's a killer. Like, he's one of the coldest killers we've seen in the sport of boxing. As much, let's just say he learned, Ricky, let's just say he learned 5 or 6 new things in the fight. I mean, in camp with Malik, right? As long as it's within the context of him still being a killer, I'm cool with it. But the one thing I don't want my power punchers to be doing is overthinking.
Sugar Ray Leonard trying to be the next Sugar Ray Leonard or
I don't want him. Yeah, I don't want him overthinking. That's the one thing that a lot of people say, like he's learning new things. Number one, I don't want him to overthink, and I don't want him to really be hesitating in there, because that's not Wilder's game. So it has to be a balance inside of the ring. I don't want to see him lose that killer mentality when he steps into the ring. That's the only thing I don't want to see. Go ahead, Shane.
Go to the comments. I
got you. Will Stokes said, do you really think he's less prepared than he was then? Definitely. And I know that for a fact off of behind the scenes information that I won't divulge. If you want to hit me up after the live, I can tell you.
You know that for a fact. You know how you know that for a fact? Because going into the Wilder first fight, he wanted the fight. Going into this fight, he wanted the AJ fight. Yeah, so that alone, you can tell he's not motivated, bro.
Will, hit me up after the live. I can tell you behind the scenes what the reason why I say I know he's not prepared is based off facts. He said, guys, we all know Fury is a master of mind games. He obviously doesn't actually think he can just bulldoze this man. He plays dumb and naive. He always does this.
That's what you want him to.
That's what I was getting ready to say. That's what you want to think, bro. He believes that shit. He believed that shit. He was talking. Listen, he was talking all of that before the second fight. And let's be real, that was the mentality that he came in with. So I'm like, you can't say that. You can't say that when he just did it. He just did it. Like he was just talking that crazy. But he designed a camp for that.
He didn't design a camp for anything. He literally designed the camp to lose.
Prepared. It don't look like he's
designed the camp to lose. 2 weeks ago, this dude was at the bedside of his daughter, not in no gym, and I literally saw a picture of him today, bro. This dude's looking all part of 290 pounds, and it does not look deliberate, bro. It looks like this dude is out of shape.
And again, God, it's just crazy to me how y'all always giving Tyson Fury a way out, bro. Y'all always giving him the benefit of the doubt, but y'all won't ever give Wilder the benefit of the doubt. Oh, yeah. Well, you know he was being sarcastic. That man meaning what he's saying. Yeah, otherwise, why you gonna say it?
I think Fury believes it. I think he believes it, and I like to go off of what I've seen. He was talking that in the second before the second fight, and he went out there and executed exactly what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to be aggressive. He was going to go forward. He was going to try to walk him down. Like I don't like if he did that in his last fight. If he says that again, I'm going to take him at his word. I think that's what he's doing.
He ain't said nothing this fight.
He ain't said nothing.
He don't know. He don't know what he's gonna do, bro. Well, you gotta understand, bro. This dude ain't prepared. This dude ain't.
He's not prepared. And I'm not listening. I'm not saying that Fury can't win the fight being unprepared. I'm not saying
I just ain't putting no money on him.
I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not putting no guarantee on it. Like you putting a guarantee on it. That's all we're saying. Like what Fury is helping Wilder out. That's what we're saying. Fury's helping Wilder out. And to be honest with you, Wilder don't need help with that right hand. He really don't need help. But I'm like, Fury's making it more presentable for Wilder. From the outside looking in.
Is not like I gotta go through the comments, Jeff.
Let me go through the comments real quick. Toshi in the building. What's going on, brother? He said Wilder is going to. He said he's going to outbox Fury. I don't agree with that. Will Stokes. So Fury is on the same level as Washington and Ortiz. Let me run through them, Shane.
Of course.
Will, he said, nah. I think those odds are crazy. I'm thinking of betting like 100 to win 130. Hey, brother, if that's what you want to do, that's cool. Underrated Darkness. What's going on, player? Muhammad Abdi. He said Cap. Cap as far as he said Shane is Cap. Hold on. Muhammad, I think you're new to the channel.
Why?
When you come in with that energy, you got to be very specific in terms of what you're talking about. We done been on for 2 hours, so we don't know what Shane is capping about. So if you can let us know what Shane is capping about so Shane can respond, that'd be greatly appreciated. Will said, I always respect people's opinions, but I feel you guys are just being unrealistic toward the situation personally. Look, if Wilder wins, I'll take my hat off to him massively. I just simply can't see it.
You're being unrealistic at the fact that you think a dude who has not prepared for a fight is going to win. You have to name me an occasion where two fighters of a certain level and one dude's not prepared and they won. You have to tell me when that's happened because I don't remember.
Also, not only are we talking not prepared, we're talking unprepared with extra weight. We're talking unprepared with extra weight and Fury
lack of motivation.
Lack of motivation, and listen, Fury doesn't have the greatest hand speed either. Now, don't get me wrong. His right hand gets to the target. I'll give him that. His right hand gets to the target. But what Fury usually does, he does a great job in setting that up. But when you're not prepared, there's less of a chance you'll be able to pull that off.
You know the worst thing to do is to not be prepared against someone who's fought you already.
Twice.
Because they know everything. They know everything. Twice.
They know everything.
They know everything about you, bro. And you're not prepared.
Yeah,
bro, you have to be prepared. That's like going to an exam, bro. And you failed it twice. And you don't revise for the exam.
Hey, Will. They say you don't play boxing for a reason. I feel like if you don't prepare yourself for a fight, then you playing. You don't play boxing and win. That's just what it is. And it's more so to what Fury is not doing, which is leading people to believe that Wilder can actually implement and pull this off.
I can't make a prediction based on what Wilder's doing in camp because I'm not really in the camp. But I've seen Wilder knock him out before.
And that's what I'm going on.
That's what I need to see. I've seen this dude knock this dude on the ground, and it was a Fury who was more prepared and more motivated than what I'm seeing today. That's all I know.
I mean, Will, listen, whoever wins this fight, I mean, you just got to tip your hat. Like, whether you're a Fury fan, Wilder fan, or whatever, whoever wins this fight clean and decisive, you just got to tip your hat at the end of the day. And Will, and it's no problem with you siding with Fury. like I said, under normal circumstances, I would side with Philly with Fury, but this is not normal circumstances, in my opinion. Pac is in the building. He said Fury all the way. Conrad boxing. Fury didn't KO Wilder. He wore him down. Okay. Pac said he has metal in his hand. Did you know? Is he talking about Wilder?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. Pac, you had to elaborate on that, brother. D just said facts. Conrad, without the towel, I don't think Wilder would have been out cold ever in that fight.
No.
Muhammad said Wilder looked scared. I can't lie. When are you talking during the press conference? Or be a little bit more specific, bro. Will said Wilder has never had a great chin, though. Ricky been rocked or dropped by Harold Sconiers, Molina, Spilka, Ortiz, Fury, Brazil. Can I respond to that real quick?
Yeah, go on.
Let me respond to that. So, Will, here's the thing. None of those examples that you brought up equals to what happened in the 12th round.
That's what I was about to say, bro.
None of that equals to what happened in the 12th round. And
they fought twice.
And they already fought twice. And there's less than I can count on one hand, probably four hands, how many times Fury has actually like hurt him with a single shot. We're talking about somebody that's 50, 60 pounds heavier. So I can't. So in a heavyweight division, anybody can get hit clean and get clipped.
Yeah.
And get clipped. So the thing is, the fact that Wilder has fought 40 some odd fights, and this doesn't apply to any other division but heavyweight. It's the recovery. It's the recovery. It's chin and recovery. You can have a chin hit with a clean shot, but if you don't have the first of all, people talk about Wilder's legs, right? Wilder's legs is the reason why he survived all of those examples that you gave. All of them. You understand what I'm saying? It starts with your legs when you get rocked with a shot. If you got weak legs, you're not going to recover from a shot.
The reason why that comment is relevant is purely and simply down to what you said the first thing you said. Bro, they fought twice. It doesn't make a difference how much he could have got rocked by me, bro. If you're saying this dude ain't got a great chin, why didn't Fury knock him out in the first round? They fought twice.
He got up every time, bro. Like, what y'all be talking about? What y'all be watching, man? I'm just.
His chin has to be good enough for Fury not to knock him out after 12 rounds.
That's and the thing, and another thing is like if I had to bet on who's going to hurt who, I would bet Wilder's going to hurt Fury. I'm going to bet Wilder's going to hurt Fury, not the other way around. DSG said, "What, bro? What you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Let us know what you talking about, brother." Will said, "But Fury literally always says he's going to KO people, and he pretty much never does. He happened to actually do it last time, but that was an exception to the rule. If you know what I'm saying, I do know what you're saying, but that's not like you said, like that. It was isolated. Let me see. Well, he said, this is where I think you're wrong, though, Shane. You said they're both at the same level, and one's motivated and one's not. Let me run through the rest of them, Shane. He said, but how can you watch the first two fights and still believe they're on the same level? For me, they're levels apart. That's how I see it. Shane, you got to let me get at this one. Let me finish this up. Will Stoops, sorry to be so aggressive and pushing this, guys. I'm just feeling the need for some reason. Let me get at this first.
You don't need if your levels apart, bro. Why the hell do you get knocked out by a dude that's levels below you? Okay,
Shane, that's why I told your ass I was going first. You always stealing my goddamn comments. Listen, Will Stokes, if Fury was levels above Wilder, there is no second fight. There is no third fight. When you levels above a guy, you handle business. So that for that reason alone, you can't say a guy is levels above somebody and they're having a trilogy. I
will say this though.
And they're having a trilogy.
So the second fight was one-sided. That is a fact.
Agreed. Nobody can deny that.
The situation that's going into the third fight is not the same situation going into the second fight.
Go ahead, Ricky. This is not real, bro. like you don't run from no guy you can beat for $55 million, bro. You don't run from a $55 million easy bag, bro. If it's a $55 million laying on the streets, you gonna walk the other way just cause?
Yeah,
They don't make no sense. What y'all talking about, bro? If he beat Wilder again before AJ, let's say him and AJ locked in, bro. If he beats Wilder again in an even more dominant fashion, bro, he gets another bag and then he sets up the payday with AJ if he hadn't got beat by Usyk, bro. What is y'all talking about? If he's so many levels, why you running from a fade?
I think as a boxer technically, one fighter is levels above the other. But boxing isn't just about how well you can throw a jab. It's about how well you're able to win a fight, bro. That's boxing. Who is better at winning a fight? If a fight is made, who's better at winning that fight? And they are on the same level, in my opinion. Or Fury might be just above, but with the lack of preparation, I'll go towards Wilder.
Shane, let me add on to that. Will, I think Will is talking about just technical ability. Like, we all know Wilder technically is more sound. Like, we know that. Here's my thing, though, bro. This is why I can't subscribe to some of the stuff that you're saying. If Fury really believes he won the first fight, hands down, he did what he did in the second fight. Explain to me the arbitration process. Why was this dragged out? If he know that he's levels above this dude and all he got to do is get him up out of the way to go get probably $100+ million bag. Will, I need for you to explain that to me. And that's not a Wilder fan. That's not a Fury fan. That's a common sense business. That's a common sense business decision. If I know I can beat Shane in basketball, I'm not running from the basketball court if I see Shane getting ready to run on the basketball court. When I see Shane run on the basketball court, I'm like, oh, this is a dub. Man, I'm about to get it right now. Go ahead, Shane.
I'm gonna say this one thing, because he said before I'm gonna jump the comment section. He said Wilder didn't knock Fury out. Fury got up at 9. I will say this: what was the count when Povetkin got knocked out by AJ? There was no count. He got knocked out and he waved it off. What was the count when Usyk got knocked out by Belly? Right. There was no count. He got waved off.
What was the count when Povetkin knocked out Dillian White? It wasn't one.
There was no count. What was the count when Dillian White knocked out Chisora? There was no count. They waved it off. Bro, that's the fact.
And Will, that's the point that we're making. That's the point that I made. I'm like, the way Fury was laying there 9.9 out of 10 times, there is no count.
Guess what?
He was dead to rights. He was dead to rights
against AJ.
Like,
but
bro,
they still waved it off.
And listen, the way Wilder knocked Fury down in the 12th round was worse than what Povetkin did to Dillian White. It was worse. It was worse. You understand what I'm saying?
What was even worse, bro? Povetkin got up against Joshua, and Joshua's your favorite fighter. Povetkin got up against Joshua. Povetkin never once had his eyes closed. They still waved the fight off.
They still waved the fight
off. Still say AJ knocked out Povetkin.
So but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Will, all we want you to do, Will, is just understand that Fury is not levels above. If we're talking about in the ring performing, like I said, if he's levels above, there is no trilogy. There is no trilogy. There's no knockout. Like it's none of that. So we just try and get you to add that element to what you're already thinking. We're not trying to tell you to change how you're thinking. We want you to add that element to it and then go evaluate.
I'll say this though. If Fury beats Wilder on Saturday, I'll say this full-heartedly. Fury is levels above Wilder because there's no way an unprepared Fury should be beating Wilder.
There's no way. That's a fact.
No doubt.
That's a fact. Let me get these comments real quick. Conrad Boxing, UK fans now all behind Fury after the AJ disaster. which is nice. Reminds me of when we had decent boxes over here. D-Hod just said, Conrad, facts, bro. Will Stokes, Wilder's legs look like sticks, though, Jeff. I mean, let's be honest. I already explained. That's funny, but I already explained that his legs is the reason that got him through a lot of trouble in his, like, when he gets caught with flush shots, his legs actually saves him. Because Fury can't really punch Shane. That's why we wouldn't knock him out in a round. I'm really confused with your point there, Shane. D-Hod has said 35 plus people. Pac, they're not on the same level. First fight, Fury is not even 100% of himself. Pac, listen,
100% in this fight, neither.
Pac, he wasn't 100% in the first fight. He's not 100% in this fight. And then there's question marks on the second fight. So it's just
he was 100% in the second fight. He was at his best in the second fight. But the difference is he's not at his 100% now. So that's why
now he don't look like he's 100%. But guys, he did not get knocked out. He stood up at 9 and was fine afterward. If the ref would have waved that off, it would have obviously been a mistake because Fury wasn't wobbly at all. Bro, hold on. Ricky, don't ain't. I got this one. Bro, Will, listen, I know you like Fury, but bro, you've watched boxing. You've watched hundreds of fights. When the back of a guy's head bounces off the canvas and they don't move for the first 5 seconds, bro, there's no count. It's a wave off. When I say he got a blessing from the gods, I mean literally he got a blessing from the boxing gods. He got a blessing from the boxing gods.
In my life.
I've never seen that before in my life.
You will never see it again.
Yeah,
that's the thing, bro. Y'all crazy. Fury was gifted with a draw. I've been saying this, bro. Fury was gifted. He beat Wilder. He didn't do nothing.
I like the rounds and listen, Will. A lot of the people gave Fury more rounds than Wilder in the first fight. Understood. What we're saying is what happened in the 12th round erases all of that. It erases all of that because that was supposed to have been a KO victory.
Let me ask you a question, Jeff. This is in America. What was the count when they waved off the fight Wilder versus Ortiz second fight? I don't remember there being a count.
It was over.
There was no count.
I was in the building. I was in the building, bro.
You was in the building.
Yeah, he caught him with the right. You felt the air get sucked out the building, bro, and a ref called it off.
So let me ask you a question. At that point, was Ortiz not up on the cards?
Yes, he was up 7. He was up. He had won the 7th round. He had won all 7 rounds.
The ref didn't care, did he?
No,
he just waved it off.
He just waved it off. But that's Will. That's our point. That's our point. Not only are we making this point,
a draw, man.
Will. Not only are we making this point, we're giving you examples.
Saying he didn't beat the man twice when that man was fighting for his life at the end of the 12th round. If we want to keep it 100,
and you know what, Ricky, let me add this.
Oh, crazy.
If it was the other way around, let's just say Fury would have knocked Wilder down like that, and Wilder would have got up the same way. Fury fans would say the exact same thing, like, bro, they should have waved it off. So it's a two-way street. You know what I'm saying? And Will answer that for me. If that would have happened with Wilder and they didn't wave it off, would you be saying the same thing?
This isn't WWE, bro. I've never seen a dude get knocked out and they're loud.
Flat on his back. Flat on his back with his head bouncing off the mat. Y'all crazy.
Yo, he looked unconscious after the right hand, and then he cleaned it up with the left hook. And the thing is, listen, credit to Fury for getting up. That was some gangster shit. Credit to him for getting up. That still didn't reach that point. It shouldn't have reached that point.
The ref made a mistake, bro. Plain and simple, short and sweet. Stop, bro. Y'all keep saying this man won twice. He was gifted a draw, bro. What y'all weird, man. Y'all weird as hell.
If Fury win, he's the man. Listen.
Straight up and down,
bro. Shane, take over real quick because I gotta find my charger.
D Hodges says if Fury wins, he's the man. Oh, that's a fact, bro. If Fury wins, there's no way, shape, or form.
No doubt about it.
No Wilder fan can say anything
No
because at
doubt
this
about
point it's going to be a fair fight. There's no excuses.
Get that
And to
man his
me,
roses. Give him his roses. That's
uh,
real.
Will Stokes says you are completely overlooking Wilder's mental state. From what
Y'all
we've
don't.
seen, it seems like the loss absolutely destroyed Wilder mentally. He didn't face the fans or media for months. I will say this though, that's true. If that fight happened 2-3 months later, I would have said that. But he had so much time to recoup and mentally prepare a plan. So we don't know what's gonna happen in the fight. That's the truth.
The truth of the matter is, God, like I said, y'all be double edging like a bitch, boy. You know what I'm saying? How y'all gonna say anything about Deontay Wilder's mentality, but y'all don't hold a cheater's mentality up against him? When y'all done seen him in the past do some slick shit, but now it's all clean and in the gravy and shit. Y'all fake, man. I hate that shit. Y'all don't really like boxing, man. Just say you want your fighter to win and leave it at that, bro. Just say that, bro.
Said you were completely overlooking Wilder's mental state from
Yeah,
what
we just
we've
read that.
seen. We just read that. I'm sorry. Then created the most embarrassing and delusional list of excuses in boxing history. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is what I said yesterday, and Wilder Fury plagiarized me. But this is why Wilder shouldn't have had so many people speaking for him, because that all of that stuff comes back to bite him. Because at the start it was his brother talking about he had a dent in his skull and stuff. Not saying he didn't, but his brother said he got spiked. His brother came out and said so much different stuff, and it's like sometimes you have to defend yourself. And people should have just waited for Wilder to make his own reasons for why he lost instead of coming up with their own. Because now a lot of the stuff that people are saying, Wilder has made so many excuses, but he should have spoke for himself. That's my point.
And Shane, and the thing is, that's what made it so difficult, because it was so many people speaking on Wilder. And I'm like, Wilder taking a lot of heat for, and I'm like, at that time, I was like, Wilder's taking a lot of heat. And I'm like, he hasn't said a word. He hasn't said a word. And I'm like, and it's other, and I'm the type of person, I'm like, I like to hear it from the horse's mouth. And the one thing that Wilder could have leaned on, and nobody actually talks about it, is he literally said he had bicep surgery directly after the fight. If Wilder would have came out and said, hey, I had bicep surgery after the fight, and said nothing else. Nothing else. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Look, what Pac just said, Ricky, don't cry. I ain't gotta cry, bro. See, but I'm official though, right? I got a channel. You can come and check my record, right? What I'm saying is this, just like G5 and G5 Jeff and Shane just said what Wilder said, but don't nobody say shit when John Fury running his mouth. Like I said, y'all don't keep it even, bro. Y'all don't keep it even. John Fury run his mouth about, just give me a second. I ain't talking about y'all gravy. I know where y'all
No. Go. Do you think?
Y'all know where y'all at. I'm talking about these people, bro. Y'all don't hold. I hold all fighters to the same accord. That I'm biased as fuck. I'm biased. We all are, bro. But I'm honest about my bias, bro. And I hold all fighters to the same accord. Tank should be fighting a name, not Rolly. Fuck you talking about? Right? I don't care if you TMT or Mayweather, right? Fucking the Charlos need to get it together emotionally and fight somebody for real.
I'm enjoying Tank knocking out Rolly, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm enjoying Tank.
That's the entertainment factor, right? I'm gonna watch because I know Rolly gonna get smoked because he be yipping. You know what I'm saying? But
I think
everybody
Tank gonna win by DQ.
Man, he gonna beat the boy to a pup. But what I'm saying is, bro, I don't give a fuck if I like the fighter or not, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth about the fighter. What's the truth about? Didn't I say it the other day, Jeff TV? No. Even if I believe Tyson Fury cheated, no matter what, it's a fight. Deontay Wilder wasn't ready for Tyson Fury. Ain't that what I said?
Oh, that's what you said.
And you also said, which I have to give you credit for, you're one of the only Fury Wilder fans who said this is, if Wilder does not win on Saturday, he is not better than Fury. These dudes are...
Gotta tip your head. Gotta tip your head. And Ricky, listen, like this is what I respect. because yes, everybody has their bias. Everybody has their favorites. Like we all understand that, and this is one of the rare situations where not only are the fighters are divided, but the fan bases are divided. My whole thing is this. I'm like, you're one of the few people, like Shane said, you're one of the few people that actually said, like, hey, listen, if Fury win this fight, tip the hat. And you don't see that a lot just on YouTube or anything. And I've said it for months. I'm like, yo, somebody fan base got to shut up after this fight. Somebody fan base got to shut up after this fight. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm being dead serious. And this might sound crazy. There's a fight I want to see more than anything at heavyweight. I want Dylan White versus Deontay Wilder. So I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, hey, Ricky, that's like
that
Shane.
So bad.
Yo, Shane, that's Shane and I, like, I would say probably top 5 fights we want to see. Period. Like, yo, the trash talk and all that.
It's just
insane.
That would be
the
crazy.
Trash talk would be crazy,
but hey,
bro.
For the WBC, bro, if it go to, that's what we'll see.
That's why.
That's why. Yeah,
bro. If Wilder wins on Wilder, I rarely root for a fighter to win, but I'm rooting for this because I don't want to see Wallin versus Fury 2. I don't want to see that, bro. I'm being dead serious. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, hold on, Conrad. Hold on a second.
I think Wallin gonna beat White though, bro.
I hope not.
Gonna beat White, bro.
I hope not.
I think Dillian gonna win the fight, but I think Wallin gonna be winning on the cards when he stop him.
You know what? I think it's impossible I think it's impossible. Bro, you think Matchroom's gonna give Wallin that card?
Yeah,
what, bro?
I just think Dillian White, like Wallin, it's something like
I like Wallin's game though.
Wallin nice, bro. I think
he's nice.
He's nice. I'm just saying, you think they're gonna give him the fight? It's on.
Hey, Usyk just got the fight.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. The difference. That's true. That's true.
The only way I see Dylan White beating him is knocking him out. That's the only way I see him.
I think he gonna get it home.
The difference is though, I think Dylan White will be more aggressive. So the rounds will be much like there's gonna be things where people can say, "Oh, I like that." When Usyk beat AJ, everybody thought AJ put in a stinker performance. Everybody thought that there was no way they could have robbed AJ for that. I think they might rob Otto Wallin. I think they might rob Otto Wallin. They might rob Wallin. Bro, this is Eddie Hearn's last chance at heavyweight, bro.
Man, like Usyk gonna beat him again, bro. Like, and Usyk might stop him in the next fight, bro. Like his style.
I think he's gonna stop him. I think he's gonna stop him in the 10th round.
Hey Ricky, I said this, Shane, did I not say this for about a year? I said, if they tell AJ either fight Usyk or give up the belt, I was like, give up the belt and just wait for the bag.
Hey, bro,
wait for the Dubai fight.
And that's what I was thinking about before, bro. I was like, to be honest, if we keeping it stack, he was really trying to duck Usyk for Tyson Fury.
That was the best move,
right?
He should have continued ducking him.
Man,
he should have continued. Listen, all he had, bro. It's not like that was the only belt he had,
and it's not like
that's what I'm saying. Like,
they wouldn't have called him out for it neither.
Something. And listen, I'm like, me personally, if I got $100-something million waiting on me, you can call me whatever you want.
I'm gonna get the bag up.
Whatever. I'm gonna get that bag.
I'm gonna fight my mom. I ain't fighting nobody.
like real trap. I know people left comments in the comment section. I'm not getting to them because then we gonna be on for about.
Well, I would say though.
Go ahead.
Instead of leaving comments, just click the link. Click the link.
Just come on. Now I know Conrad is probably working. I know it's late. It's early where he's at because he's
in Germany, so it's probably it's 1:30 for him.
Yeah. So but listen, like this is why we put the.
Are you gonna be in the building, Ricky?
Yeah, I fly out tomorrow, bro.
That's what's up.
I fly out tomorrow.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
how much is the tickets? Just out of curiosity.
600 a pop.
Okay.
Are you aware? Are you
Nosebleeds, nosebleeds. I ain't rich like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't rich like
But
that.
I respect that though. I respect
Nosebleeds,
that though.
man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be. Either way, it's gonna be a historic event. It's a great undercard. You know what I'm saying? I just want to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Will said he's gonna be on tomorrow.
He's gonna be on because he knows Ricky's gonna be on a plane. That's why.
That's funny, yo.
It's just like this to me, man. Like I'm a man before I'm anything, bro. I think logically, bro, and it just don't make sense to me, Fury. Why you ducking money for a guy who asked you whooped already? That don't make no sense to me. It don't make sense. It don't make no sense.
And the thing is, nobody's actually giving a clear explanation on that neither.
It don't make no sense.
But Will, this is the thing though. When you act like that, it leaves space for interpretation.
But y'all won't hold that against Fury though. Y'all got a million and one things of why y'all think Wilder won't win, but y'all don't say nothing about the shit that Fury do shady. Not y'all, but y'all. You know
right.
Like, come on, man. Y'all ain't being realistic, bro. Like, no matter what, like y'all don't even I can't even ride with y'all argument that they have against Deontay because the same shit y'all let y'all men get away with and y'all don't say nothing. Y'all don't say Nathan. You don't say nothing.
So you paid $600 for the seats.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what's the capacity?
Shit, it's T-Mobile Arena, man. It's 20, man. Hold on, I got you, bro.
About 20 racks, about 20,000.
Yeah, T-Mobile, and like I said, though, I got the cheap sheets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's 20,000. But the thing is, bro,
I got you, bro. I already know where you going. Hold on, bro. I got you, bro. I already know where you going.
Yeah, it's like 20.
But I'm hoping they sell it out as well, bro.
They said the tickets is doing well. They said they were doing well.
But Barum said it wasn't.
No, they talked to somebody specifically from the ticket company. They said he was doing well. Yeah,
because Barum was annoyed with Joe Biden or something like that.
It's 20K. It's 20K for boxing.
20K, yeah, 20K. Yeah, it's 20K. So that's a nice number. And then
I'm just gonna do the low. I'm gonna do the low money.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing, man. Like the event is so crazy, man. You just want to get out there for the experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think,
if they sold out at 600, it's 120 million. No, I'm sorry, 12 million. 12 million.
12 million. Yeah, that's a
obviously it's not 600 a pop.
Yeah, no, man.
Yeah.
So,
but then you got to factor in. You got to factor in the lower level seats too, because they're a lot higher.
Them seats was, man. I don't even want to talk about it, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, this is one of the best. I mean, this could possibly be the best card of the year.
Ricky, I won't lie to you, bro. When it comes to fights, like I find it. I've never stayed in a nosebleed before, but like, it's just in fights like that, the atmosphere must be so crazy,
bro.
It's crazy,
so crazy.
Ortiz, like Wilder Ortiz 2 was man, bro. Low. Let me tell you a story about Wilder Ortiz too, right? So I'm looking at the fight. I had pretty decent seats in that one. You know what I'm saying? I had some decent seats, right? It was in the Grand Garden Arena. So every seat besides the top ones is pretty much an okay seat, right? So Wilder come out, the suit is crazy, right? It's bananas. He come out, the fight start, you know what I'm saying? First round go. I'm like, that's Ortiz. Goddamn, he can't, you know what I'm saying? He can't get the angle on it. Ortiz not letting him get an angle on him. Right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And look, bro, sitting next to us is a family of UK UK fans, right? A family of UK fans, right? The lady talking boss shit. Oh, Wilder's the big, he gonna get his ass whooped, da. I'm like, hey, Wilder, it can end at any time. I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying? He can catch him at any time, right? Round 6 come. Right. And Wilder looked real bad in round 6, bro. He looked real bad to me in round 6. I'm looking at my wife. I'm like, man, this shit, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at my wife. My wife, I got her in the boxing too.
Okay.
She's like, she getting to the point now where she see angles, you know what I'm saying, and footwork and shit like that.
Nice,
and then round 7 came out and shit, and y'all know Wilder looked bad that whole first part of the round 7, right?
Yeah.
Whole first part. Old girl drinking her beer and shit. He's gonna lose this shit on the cards. Da. My wife, the last seconds of the round, I looked at my wife. She was like, he about to knock his ass out. When he had got Deontay in the corner, he came around and started angling him towards the rope. My wife was like, he about to knock his ass out. I was like, for real? She was like, yep. Sure enough. Stop. You know what I'm saying? You could feel that, like in an arena. It was like, everybody
Yeah.
at once, and then it was like, that shit was crazy, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I've seen many fights live. One of the dudes I
It
want to
was
watch live
crazy,
is
man.
Wilder. I'll have to watch
Yeah.
Wilder live because
That shit
he's
was
literally like a cinema.
like,
Yeah.
cause like me, when I'm watching fights, bro, I hate to be disturbed. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking right on it. I was looking right on it, and I saw when he caught his ass, and I was like, that shit is crazy how fast his hands is, bro. It was like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you get
crazy,
the? Are you one of the people? Because I'm definitely one of those. I prefer to watch fights at home than ringside.
Yeah.
Me too.
I don't
Me
like
too.
watching fights ringside.
Yeah.
I don't get to see everything. Like when I'm watching things, I'm like, I don't really like
Yeah.
don't like
But your
sitting
energy
ringside.
is like bro. I'm telling you, once you go to a big fight, like for Wilder Ortiz, I was there pretty much from Wednesday to Sunday, right? So I was at the weigh-in, the pressers and shit like that. Man, the energy is crazy. It's crazy. I went to Floyd Mayweather too. You know what I'm saying?
So that's dope.
Yep.
That's
I went
dope.
there. Man, I've been to a bunch of fights in Vegas. So many I can't count, bro. It's like when boxing was popping, like me and my wife, that was our thing. We were weekend out. Our staycations was to go to fights.
I'm going where if Crawford and Spence fight, wherever they fight, even if they fight on the moon, I'm going to that
Spence, I'm telling y'all right now, bro. Spence gonna dog walk Bud Crawford, bro.
We have to save that for another live, bro.
Yeah, we gotta say that one for
telling
another
y'all,
live.
bro.
We gotta say that for another live.
He gonna dog walk that boy, man.
I hope
like he ain't gonna walk through Sean Porter like people saying he is. Watch. I'm
I
telling y'all, bro.
I don't think he'll walk through him, but I think he will beat him though.
Hey,
yeah,
I'm
I think
telling
he's gonna beat Porter.
You gotta watch Bud, man. Bud got a problem. He front foot heavy, dog. He front foot heavy. Y'all gotta watch his feet. Boxing his feet first, not hands first, bro. Bud never been in there with nobody with feet better than his. Sean Porter feet is better than his.
That is a good point. He's never been in a fight with a dude who's got better feet than him. Sean Porter's feet. I think his feet's faster. No, his feet's better than him. His feet
better.
Hold on. I know. Hold on. I know. I said I wasn't gonna get to the comments. This one in particular.
I'm telling you.
He said I prefer watching it at home too, just because I can't afford to watch it live.
I support boxing. I boxed from when I was 14 till I was 20, right? But I got my shoulders are awful, man. My shoulders, I got shoulders. My right shoulder, which I'm right hand, I'm orthodox. That bitch will just pop out. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That shit is bad, man. Like I support boxing, boy. Like how people love LeBron and I support boxing. This is my sport.
We the same
bro.
way. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like these other people, y'all stream these people fights when y'all understand this is how these people eat, man. If you're gonna support your fighter, support your fucking fighter, bro.
Yeah, and the thing about that is that's why I said if you don't there's different levels of support. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you grabbing a pay-per-view, if you're even the joints that's on Fight TV to be like $10, $15. If I know somebody that's on the card, like personally, like I'll go grab it. Like I will literally go grab it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, this is how these fighters eat. And that's why I'm like, because people have that mindset of like, hey, I'm gonna complain about the sport and try to control the sport with my opinion, but I'm not gonna put $1 towards it. That's why you have guys like Jake Paul walking in, getting the bag all crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta be careful. You know, you gotta be careful with that line of thinking, man. But
don't honestly, Jeff, if we're keeping it real, I don't know the last fight night as in fight weekend, wherever that me and you haven't spoken about. In terms like it doesn't matter what level it is. And I remember when people were dogging boxing this year. And we got a video where we're like, this is one of the best years for boxing, full stop.
We had some great fights, man. We had some great fights. And some great fights coming up.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was just like, I said this to Shane probably about a month ago. Ricky, I told Shane, I said, this is probably one of the best boxing years in terms of matchups, and it's getting wasted because of sidebar shit.
Yep.
But I'm like, it's rounding up real good. You know where I wouldn't mind going though? I wouldn't mind being in LA for that Tank fight. That energy probably gonna be insane, bro.
But the fact that
I wish they'd have put that in Atlanta, bro. I
Yeah.
wish they'd have sent that back to Atlanta.
I'd be more apt to go if it was in Atlanta, bro.
Yeah, Atlanta would have been crazy.
Yeah, I don't want no parts of California, man.
I feel you.
The fight I'm looking forward to right now is, and I'm telling you this now, I know people don't believe me. I think Shakur's gonna lose to Herring.
Bro, hey, bro. Tell him, bro.
Look, I think Shakur's gonna lose to Herring. I'm being dead serious.
Bro,
I'm being dead serious.
Listen,
bro.
Jamel, I got some things brewing in the cut. We actually to get Jamel on. We trying to get Jamel on. To actually talk about that fight.
The truth is, I just think Shakur's just not battle hardened. Like,
man,
Jamel Kevin knows how to win.
You know, who you beat? You know what I'm saying? Like this is the way I feel about this, right? And I always use this as a comparison, so y'all might as well get ready for it if y'all want to mess with your boy, right? Jeff left hook Lacey, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff left hook. Everybody, me included. This boy the goods. You know what I'm saying? He the goods, bro. But your level of competition was so inept, bro. You was supposed to look the way you did, bro.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's what Shakur is.
Herring is the worst fight for him, is because Herring knows how to win, bro. This dude, I remember he fought Lamont Roach. I don't know if you guys remember Lamont.
I remember Lamont Roach.
Bro, he was getting whooped in that fight. Like, he was getting schooled. And out of nowhere, he just made an adjustment. This guy knows how to win.
Bro,
whatever Shakur does, he's gonna be able to adjust.
Listen, as far as that fight is concerned, I forgot who I told, but it was on this channel. But I was just like, Shakur nice, but he not like nice. Like like pound for pound nice. Man. That's my personal opinion. But I'm like, this is the thing though. I'm like, I know personally, like just times like in the gym where young dudes is putting paws on, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, people have this perception like Shakur's like this God, and I'm like, I don't see it. I'm like, he gonna have to show me. He wanted to show me. He's nice with it. Don't get me wrong, bro. He's nice with it, but I'm like, bro, he going to show me.
He's already proven to us that you can make him put his hands in his pockets, bro. He proved that in the last fight against a guy who we thought shouldn't even be in there with him. The dude was falling over his feet, bro.
Yeah.
Right? I think this is going to be a real tough fight, man.
I just think I got to see you pass that Iowa test first, God. I need to see you with that number 2 pencil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got to show me. He got to show me, because
for all of like, under the lights, bro. It's different, man.
I like, because I thought Jamel was going to beat Frampton.
Me too. Beat Frampton. I made money on that fight, bro. It was easy.
Like Jamel, Jamel is nice. Jamel is nice with it, man. Like he's nice.
I like he's supposed to be at that fight as well. Remember, Jeff?
Yeah. I like Jamel too, man. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna put some bread on it, man. But I like Jamel in this fight.
What's the odds on that fight, bro? Hold on.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
It ain't gonna be good.
What's the odds on that fight, bro?
But if you picking Herring, you gonna get nice ass numbers.
Nah, you won't. It won't.
No, I guarantee you, it's like it's at least 3 to 1.
3-1, yeah.
It's at least 3 to 1.
You think it's 3 to 1?
Yeah,
hold on.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Hold on.
Well, if it's 3 to 1, I'm putting money
at least,
on that.
bro.
At least 3 to 1. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see if FanDuel got it. They should have it.
3 to 1 and Herring's the champion,
bro. Yo, Shakur is minus 950.
God damn, man.
Herring is plus 530.
I'm
putting bread on Herring, man.
I'm putting money on that right now,
bro.
Man, hold on, bro. That's on FanDuel, bro.
That's on FanDuel, bro.
Oh, bro.
My God.
Herring is plus 530.
Oh my God.
Bro, they are giving Herring. They are giving Shakur more chance.
Yo, they got Shakur as a 9.5 to 1 favorite, bro.
Bro, they out of pocket.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh my, they must know something we don't know.
Yo, I definitely got to get Jamel on the channel, because that's probably the first question I'm asking him, yo.
530.
That's crazy.
$100 get you 530.
Damn.
bro, I'm gonna get a car off this shit.
Man. Man, that's crazy, bro.
How much you putting
Wow.
down, Jeff? 200.
I don't know.
Man, I'm gonna probably throw 250 at it.
I don't know yet.
I know you throwing 500.
When is this fight? This fight the 23rd of October.
Yeah, man.
You're putting how much you putting down? 500 on Wilder, right?
Oh, I'm putting 5 on Wilder, bro.
Yeah, I'm putting 5 on. I'm putting 5 on Wilder.
I'm putting that in soon as once we get off the plane and jump out the rental, I'm going to the sports book. I'm gonna throw 500 on Wilder.
Yeah, I'm throwing 5. Actually, you know who else threw some nice bread on it? L Dub.
How much you throw?
It was over a stack, if I'm not mistaken.
L Dub, yeah, man.
Yeah, L Dub.
I'm putting money on Wilder as well, bro.
Yeah, I'm throwing bread on.
500 down. I'm already 500 down already. I already put 500.
Yeah, you got to get that back.
You got to
have to
come up, baby.
Yeah, you have to. You know what I'm saying?
Ricky, I put 500 against someone saying that the Wilder Fury fight won't happen. I thought Fury shenanigans would just get him out of it.
But the thing is, it temporarily got him out of it, but he came back.
You know what I'm saying? He
came back. You know,
like I was telling everybody that T.O. versus Cambosa wasn't gonna happen, man. That fight not happening.
Yeah, it was to me. When you see a bunch of delays and all that, that's promoters trying to get out of it.
Man. Ain't that fight's not happening this year, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so either, man. But listen, we gonna cap it right there, man. 2 hours 45 minutes strong. People still cooking up in here. For the people that left comments, man, I apologize, man. Like I gotta play the food waiting downstairs. But you know, it's the regulars, man. Ricky, as usual, man, we appreciate you jumping on, man. Give them your social media, give them your YouTube and all that other good stuff.
Hey, always thanks for having me, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And it's just boxing, guys. It's just boxing.
Absolutely.
When can we jump on your channel?
Yeah, we try and come through. We try to come through, brother.
Hey, it's nothing, man. Hey, y'all want to come through next Tuesday?
Yeah,
let's do it.
I go hot at 8 p.m. Central.
That's fine.
Okay.
What time is that for you, Jeff? What time is that for you, Jeff?
I'm on East Coast. I'm East Coast.
So 9 your time?
So 9, yeah, you're going to have to stay up kind of late, Shane.
Yeah.
You can make a cameo. You can make a cameo, though.
You have to make a cameo appearance.
Yeah, he in the UK, so it's like 5 hours
I mean, if you want, we can go at 7, bro.
He gonna be up.
I will figure it out.
You family, man.
Stick to your time, and we'll work around it.
Okay, bro.
Where are you in America?
I'm in Minnesota.
Man, you know my guy Cruz?
Nah, man.
I'm middleweight. Cruz Hitman Stewart.
No, man. I'm solo dolo, man. I stay in the house. I go get this money and come home.
No, he a fighter.
No, bro.
He was on the same Olympic team with Wilder and all them.
I don't know.
Prince is from Minnesota, right?
Yeah, he was. You know what I'm saying? You know,
he was from Minnesota.
Prince. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Next Tuesday for sure, man. I have a panel show on Tuesday, Taco Tuesdays, where anybody can beam in. But that'll be our show for Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing, bro. Y'all always welcome, man. Just come through. Let me know, because I use OBS and StreamYard. So if y'all ever want to come through, y'all want to let me know. It's all love, man. It's all love, right?
Okay.
But if y'all trying to follow the kid, man, I'm on Instagram at R_Dubs. That's ARE_DUBBZ. I'm also on Twitter at RDubs1 and on YouTube. If you want to find me, just do a search for, like you see my name right there, Ricky Williams Boxing. That'll come right up to me. You'll see a logo RW and Nipsey blue. It'll be blue around it. That's how you know it's me.
Yeah, I saw it the other day. As soon as you jumped off the other day, I went and saw it.
Yep. I go. I try to go live. That's what I should say. Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Times. Tuesdays is Taco Tuesday. So if you got anything you want to discuss, and that's anything, life shit, girls, bitches, hoes, nigga, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We talk about it, money, you know what I'm saying? Right. Religion, you know, social issues, whatever. We talk about whatever, but you got to get through the boxing first.
Absolutely.
Right? You got to get through the boxing first, and then we get to the second half of whatever y'all want to discuss. Now, rock with your boy. Go ahead, sub to the channel. I just hit 1K, so shout out to all my subs, all my subscribers, man. Get on the train early. You know what I'm saying? Because it might take a little time, but we gonna get there. And again, guys, I appreciate y'all, man. I just like the fact that we can come, and even though we have different opinions, everybody not in their feelings, and we can talk.
Yeah, and that's what we stand for over here, man.
You will never get any of us. Well, I can't say any of us. You never get me and Jeff in our thing because personally, we actually don't have fighters that we have like emotional connections to. Personally, I don't think like, I
Yeah,
really like Wilder. I really
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Wilder, and I'm probably one of the only UK fans that like Wilder. But I like what I like watching Fury, but I like AJ. I like most heavyweights, bro.
Man,
I think there's
bro.
not many heavyweights I don't like. I don't like Fury though because I don't like Fury because he had the whole heavyweight division on pause. Like,
yeah,
and that's not fair. I don't think
yeah,
that's fair.
yeah,
Right. And like I tell everybody, I'm biased, bro, but my bias is based in fact, bro.
right.
It's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't lie about my favorite fighters. I'm not gonna lie about your favorite fighters, bro. Saying the truth is, if we keep it like the business of boxing, really let you know who want to fight who, bro. That's just the
Right.
honest God truth of it, right?
That's true.
And
No, that's
the
true.
truth of the matter is not a bunch of real ones out here. A lot of y'all favorite fighters is hoes.
Most likely,
That's a
yeah.
That's
fact.
the honest
That's
to
a
God
fact.
truth, bro.
But
That's
That's a
the
but
fact.
God truth.
we got to talk about Errol
You know
Spence
what I'm
Crawford.
saying?
Crawford's my boy. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, I got to get out of here, man. I got to get
Hey,
ready.
man.
I
Go ahead,
appreciate
man.
y'all.
We
Peace to
appreciate
God.
you, good brother.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks.
All
Bro.
right, family.
Peace.
All right, bro. Yeah,
this
man.
is
That was
great.
Ricky Williams, man. Man, this has been a real good one, bro. Unfortunately, Boxing First Vlog, signal was a little choppy. He never jumped back in, man. Big shout out to the big bro. You can go to his YouTube channel, Boxing First Vlog. Um, you can follow him on Instagram, Boxing First Vlog, the number 1 ST vlog. Then it's Boxing First Vlog spelled out on Twitter. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like he definitely doing this thing right now. Definitely go check him out. Shane, give me your social media, bro.
I'm Shane. We need to tune out real quick because it's 12:52 and I'm
Absolutely.
tired.
Absolutely, man. Exclusively on Instagram, man. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything G5 Jeff TV. Also go to g5jefftv.com. Go join the fantasy league. Prediction Fantasy League is quadruple points. If you're just jumping in and you see people who got points already, don't be intimidated by that. If you get them all right, quadruple points, you're right at the top of the list. Definitely do that. But listen, man, this was a great show, episode 6 of the Goodfellas podcast, man. On behalf of Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt Bayless, and VP Shane, aka Shane I be a Bucci, and your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka the Guru, aka G5, aka 5. We are out.